Presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network. Coming up, coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Bullpup football is streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra radio app. Coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll break down tonight's matchup and preview other key games on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Tonight's kickoff is just 30 minutes away.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Good afternoon and welcome into coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. It's the one rivalry we've all been waiting for on the final day of the regular season, the McPherson-Buhler rivalry, as the Bullpups head just a little down south into Buhler to face the Crusaders. Good evening and thank you for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, and the Ad Astra Radio mobile app. You can also watch the video live stream on adastraradio.com/TV and on our YouTube page. Joined alongside Nathan Roble, I'm Lane Gillespie. It's the final day of the regular season, and there's a lot of bragging rights in place for all 32 teams in 4A, especially for the Bullpups and the Crusaders. McPherson is 4-3 on the year, coming off of a shutout victory against Augusta last week on the road, 32-0, while Buhler is 5-2 on the season after coming off of a road win last week against Winfield, 21-7. There's a lot of history between these two teams that dates way into the past, but when it comes to big games and exciting games, you only have to look as short as last year. Nathan, you were there for that game at Riverfront where a Tegan Haynes blocked field goal, turned things around, gave McPherson the win, gave them momentum going into the playoffs where they would beat Buhler again in blowout fashion in this very stadium a season ago. It's a big rivalry through and through, but no matter the record for either team, this one means just a bit more at the end of the day for both teams on the sidelines.
Yeah, 100%. There's some mutual respect on both sides, and you're right. That game at Riverfront with Tegan Haynes blocking that field goal, that was an incredible game. One of the best games that I've seen in a long time, and it was so much fun to call that game. If I'm honest, Lane, that was really fun. And then getting over here that in 2 weeks or 3 weeks later in the playoff game, Tegan Haynes 5 interceptions on the game, setting his own personal record, and I'm sure more records. It was just a fun atmosphere all around. But, you know, if you're in McPherson and you're a high school athlete and you can't get up for a Buhler football game or a Buhler game, then you're probably in the wrong school. Because these two teams don't like each other. They respect each other, but my goodness, do they get up for these games.
They respect each other for maybe 364 days out of the year. This is that one day where it's exactly the opposite. Let's go ahead and give you the history between both teams coming up next as Mark Heidebrecht joins us right after this. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Life is a series of moments, big moments, small moments. At Edward Jones, we want you to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for the trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor works with you to build personalized strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Aaron Mayfield. Call me at 620-241-4484. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing. A priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
At McPherson Center for Health, we're dedicated to caring for you close to home. From routine checkups to advanced medical care, we're here when you need us. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
We welcome you back in to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game as we are at Buhler for the McPherson Bullpup and Buhler Crusader rivalry as it takes another chapter here in 2024. And last year was certainly a journey for the Buhler-McPherson rivalry. We're joined now by Mark Heidebrecht, our historian that gives us all the history between each team. And last week, before we got ready for the Augusta game, you told us for as a preview for Buhler to say, hey, buckle up. So
yeah.
So I think we may be in for a doozy. We may be in for a fun one, and certainly last year was a lot of fun in the two games, especially that first one at Riverfront.
Right. Going back to last year's encounter with Buhler, we had two games with them. And like you said, the first one was down at Riverfront Stadium in Wichita on October 19th, and McPherson won 28-26. Extremely close game. We were lucky that a field goal attempt went awry to preserve the win. And then we got to play Buhler again in the regional on November 3rd, and we won 26-3. So 2 wins last year. But for the series in total, it's 15-10, McPherson's favor. The series started way back in 1921, and then there was a long pause and didn't resume until 60 years later in 1981. Playing Buhler 25 times ranks 17th out of the 54 football opponents we've played since 1920. McPherson's record against Buhler's home record, I should say, is 7-4. The away record is 7-6. And now I have a category of neutral field record 1-0. Offensive averages, very close. McPherson averaging 23.4 points per game. Buhler 23.6 points per game. Can't get much closer.
No, you can't.
Now the average winning margin's a little different. Even though McPherson leads the series, their winning margin is only 16.4 points per game when they win. Buhler's is 24.9 points per game when they win. So I think in the early years they had their way with us. Explains the differential there.
Right.
We don't have a current winning streak, but we have won 9 out of the last 10 games versus Buhler. So we'll take that. And highest scores in the series. McPherson scored 49 points on October 21st, 2022 at Buhler for a 49-6 win. Buhler's scored 55 points on us 2 different times. On October 23rd, 1992 in McPherson, they won 55-6. And they won by 55 points on October 25th, 1991 in Buhler for a 55-7 win. Highest winning margins in the series. McPherson's highest winning margin is 43 points on October 21st, 2022 in Buhler by a score of 49-6. And Buhler won by 49 points on October 23rd, 1992 in McPherson by a score of 55-6. Coach Pav's record versus Buhler is 9-3. Now I have written down here a couple memorable games.
Yep.
And for those of you that were in McPherson back in 2017 in the playoffs game, that game went into overtime at 7-7. McPherson won the coin toss in overtime and deferred and let Buhler go first, as you normally do. Buhler scored, kicks the extra point. It's 14-7. Now it's McPherson's turn. They go down, score a touchdown, call timeout, and to everybody's surprise, Coach Pav decides to go for 2. We're all kind of questioning that decision. But what we didn't know is the Bullpups have been practicing a trick play for just this situation all year long, every day. So the quarterback drops back, throws a kind of a screen pass over to an end. Then the quarterback floats into the end zone. Nobody sees him, and they toss it over to him wide open for a 2-point conversion. And there was a lot of celebrating on the McPherson sideline, not so much on the Buhler.
Right.
So that was a game I'll never forget. Also, last year's game in Riverfront Stadium was really a tense one too. We jumped out to an early lead in the first half and then held on to win thanks to a blocked field goal in the waning moments of the game. If Buhler had made that field goal, they would have won the game by a point. So instead, we got the 28-26 win.
Yep.
Very tense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't quite here for that yet, but I still heard the radio call back when Nathan was doing it last year. I could hear the excitement in his voice when Tegan Haynes went in and got a hand on the ball.
Yeah,
so that one was big.
It was, everybody was there would remember that game for sure.
Oh, yeah. And, it's unfortunate this year it's not quite at Riverfront, but obviously just because of, scheduling conflicts and everything with what's going on at Riverfront. So, but you get to have sort of the home and home rivalry once again.
Yep.
We're at Buhler this year, likely at McPherson next year.
And we've got a chance to get a stake in the share of the title if we can win. So there's definitely something to play for besides just the rivalry.
Exactly. Well, Mark, as always, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us, and we'll see you next week for the first round of playoffs.
Sounds like a winner.
All right, that's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll have more coming up in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
We've got more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Financial fraud is a risk we all face, but Great Plains Federal Credit Union can help. We offer Secure Lock Equip. This powerful, easy-to-use mobile app gives you complete control over your debit card. Customize your debit card settings to control spending, set usage permissions, and even turn access to your card off and on in real time, allowing you to stop fraudulent spending on your card before it begins. For financial peace of mind, trust Secure Lock. Available now at Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
This special time of year calls for a special type of treat, like the Oreo Cookie Peppermint Shake at Freddy's, a delectable blend of festive peppermint, crunchy Oreo cookies, and the creamiest vanilla custard. Now, there's a reason to savor the season at Freddy's. Order today on your Freddy's app, online at Freddy's.com, or visit a Freddy's location near you.
Get yours today at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back to Crusader Stadium here for coverage of Bullpup football and the good old-fashioned McPherson-Buhler rivalry. Kickoff is still just about 15 minutes away. And it's that time now for the game plan for tonight's game for both teams, brought to you by Erickson Custom Building. And, sometimes we can say it's simple. It's easier said than done. But I think, Nathan, you could probably put this into simplest terms of don't turn the ball over and don't allow sacks. That's pretty much it.
100%. This is Buhler football team. Their front seven's got 20 sacks on the year already. That's just an outstanding number, especially for how small. They're a quick defensive front. They got a small defensive line, but this is essentially going to come down to, if McPherson wants to win this football game, they're going to have to be able to pass the football, hold up in pass protection, and just not turn the football over.
Well, that's the Erickson Custom Building game plan. Erickson Custom Building for new construction and remodeling. Go online to ericksoncustombldg.com. We'll hear from head coach Jace Pavlovich coming up next on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Stay tuned as we sit down for a pregame chat with head coach Jace Pavlovich.
Need a reliable workhorse for your property? Meet the John Deere 5E Series tractors from Prairie Land Partners. Whether it's working fields, hauling loads, or clearing roadsides, the 5E delivers the power and versatility you need, all in one machine. And there's never been a better time to buy. Get a $2,250 implement bonus and save with cash discounts over $6,000. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Hey Bullpup fans, it's Corey at Midway Motors. We're excited for another great year of Bullpup sports. Midway has been a proud supporter of McPherson schools for over 30 years. There's nothing better than seeing the kids play, learn, and pursue greatness as a team. As a community, let's work together to make it the best experience possible for them. Be positive, always encourage, and let the kids compete. Go get 'em, pups. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. It's rivalry week as the Bullpups take on the Buhler Crusaders on the road to close off the regular season. They're coming off of a win against Augusta last week in shutout fashion. We'll talk more about that with head coach Jace Pavlovich as we join with him right now. Now, Coach, before we get into that game, how has practice been so far this week for you and your guys?
No, it's been a good week. As you mentioned, it's rivalry week, so there's no need to really motivate kids. They're ready to go against these guys. So it's really been a solid week.
Let's talk about the last game. I know we touched on it when we were at Augusta, but it was a very impressive victory for you and your guys. It was a way for you to get back into the swing of things after suffering that unfortunate loss to Mulvane a couple of weeks ago. So what impressed you the most? Just looking back, looking at the film and everything, what impressed you the most about last week's win?
The execution of the simple things was most impressive for us on film on Saturday morning. And what I mean by that is taking the 6-inch step with the right foot. It's getting your eyes right, depending on what formation we see defensively. It's all of those fundamental things that we haven't done consistently in the past that have got us beat. We did that last Friday. Our kids really did a good job fundamentally, and the score took care of itself as a result.
Defensively, you guys are absolutely tremendous. You guys, for the second time this season, allowed negative rushing yards with multiple tackle for loss. So, how key has this defense been on the front line?
Well, they've been tremendous. We're severely undersized up front, but they play with good pad level. Last Friday they executed their slants and stunts. We're not a team that can just sit back and attack read and control your gap. We have to make things happen, and they did just that. And Coach Harlan did a really good job of keeping them moving up front and keeping those guys guessing.
On the offensive end, you guys, as you mentioned, the score really took care of the rest, and offensively, you guys really spreaded the wealth. You had a lot of sophomores that got some playing experience. A lot of the younger guys did. So how key was that going into the end of this season?
It's huge. We're playing a lot of sophomores, as you mentioned, and those guys are getting a lot of valuable experience. Now, in most cases, a lot of those sophomores, and in the past, a lot of those sophomores would be playing on Monday night, and they would be very, very good JV players. But we're throwing them to the fire, and they're making some mistakes here and there, and there's some immaturity physically that time will take care of. But overall, I've been very pleased with how our young kids have been playing, and offensively, you said we spread the ball around really well, and we did just that, and we were able to run the ball with good enough effectiveness to we call it our 4-minute drill, where we get the ball, we have to get a few first downs and seal the game, and we did that. So yeah, I was really happy with the performance overall, and especially with the fundamentals.
What that win also does last week is, barring something absolutely crazy happening today, you guys will host the first round of the playoffs next Friday. So how big is that?
That was huge, and I talked to the kids about that last week, and that this game is a must-win, and we need it for seeding purposes, and we need it to be able to host. We love playing at home in front of our home crowd, and we were able to get it done. And this game tonight is one of those that it's important because it's a rivalry game. But if you look at the seeding, really the best we could do is a 6 seed with a win, and unfortunately, if we don't, we're looking at a 7 or possibly 8 seed if Mulvane gets upset. So, in terms of seeding, this game, is not crucial, but in terms of the rivalry, it certainly is.
Right, and going into that rivalry, you guys play against Buhler. It's always a big rival to go up against, and it's always a great way to close off the regular season. What do you see out of this Crusader team, and how do you look to get that big rivalry win?
Well, they're massive. These guys, I'm looking at their O-line. They're 250, 265, 260, and 300, and across the board. And there's some big guys, and there's no secret. Coach Warner wants to run the ball downhill at you. And we have some slant games. We have some things that we've used for years and has been very successful, even with undersized guys. And so we look to execute those slants and try and take care of their downhill run game, because at the end of the day, we know that's what they want to do, and they'll play action us a little bit and get in the passing game. But up front, offensively, they're very good. And they did lose their tailback for the season, but they replaced him with a senior that started as a sophomore at tailback, so the McDaniel kid. He's really, really good. So defensively, we have to win first down. And if we can win first down and get them in passing situations, something that they don't like to do all that much, then we feel like we got a good shot.
All right. Well, it should be definitely a fun one. Rivalries are always fun, and especially this one in particular. And we'll see how things will go tonight, Coach. We really appreciate your time. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you.
That's head coach Jace Pavlovich. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
The Bethany College Athletic Department strives to educate, develop, and challenge its students. Bethany Swedes connect with the community, develop key character traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC, with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
Escape the web of slow internet. Switch to MTC Fiber Internet for scary fast speeds and unlimited data, plus screen time restrictions, online safety, and parental controls to keep your kids safe. Call 877-216-9951 or stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling to find out more.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back into Crusader Stadium. The teams have taken the field as we are just minutes away from kickoff for the McPherson-Buhler rivalry. Before we get to the opening coin toss, it's time now for the Ag 360 Insurance Ones to Watch. And Nathan, who do you got as the guys to look out for this ball game?
It's always big to get a key returner back from injury, and I think Dylan Hall's going to be a guy that we got to watch out for, especially against this front four defensive line for Buhler. At his left tackle position, he's going to be crucial to how this game goes.
And then for Buhler, they've got tremendous guys on both sides of the football. We had a low-flying helicopter just coming down, and that was pretty cool. And I think maybe they're Buhler fans. We'll see. But anyway, go ahead and give us some of the guys to watch for Buhler.
You know what? I think right away we talked about the offensive line for McPherson. You got to talk about Cash Carson, the defensive tackle for this Buhler Crusaders. He's only 5'7", 140 pounds, but he's got 36 tackles and 8 sacks on the year, 14 quarterback hurries. That means he gets to the quarterback a lot. And then Mitchell McDaniel, he took over for Ben Klaus after he got injured, and he's just had a nice season so far. 28 attempts total, 214 yards and 1 touchdown.
This one thing that we're really going to have to watch for is this defense for Buhler, because their rushing defense has been absolutely incredible, to say the least. On the season, they have only allowed 186 rushing yards combined through all of their games, an average of 26 rushing yards allowed per game. Their school record for fewest rushing yards allowed in a season is 307. That was back in 1960. So the helicopter's coming in. Is it flying onto the field? It's not a big helicopter by any stretch of the means, but this helicopter's going to land on the field. I guess there's something a little interesting going on here. So that's pretty cool.
Right on the B.
Yeah, right on the B at center field. That stands for Buhler, of course. And wonder if this is just a little fun way to give out the game ball. I'm not quite sure. We've seen those time and again in college football. You don't see it for high school, but we'll see if we get more information on on these festivities. But anyway, this defense for Buhler is absolutely phenomenal, which we'll talk about more right before kickoff. So it's almost time for kickoff between McPherson and Buhler. Kickoff is next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive stories highlighting Bullpup athletics at adastraradio.com. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin. Together we are Stamatic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vent. Find us on Facebook or online at stamaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stamatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stamatic, you'll be ecstatic.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you're thinking about shopping your business's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with large commercial accounts to small family businesses across Kansas for over 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Even though I've moved out of state, I can still bank locally with Farmer State Bank using my online services. I use all of the electronic options Farmer State Bank offers without ever even visiting the lobby. Member FDIC.
Max out on the nostalgia with a caramel apple smoothie from your locally owned Scooter's Coffee. Crisp, tart green apple with decadent caramel topped with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, and Salina.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
It's almost that time for kickoff between the McPherson Bullpups and the Buhler Crusaders. Even after a flyover from a small helicopter bringing in the game ball from an honorary captain, that's probably going to be the least exciting thing we'll see today with how great this football rivalry is and always has been. Buhler has won the toss and decided to defer to the second half, so McPherson will get the ball first.
Yeah, McPherson gets the first opportunity to score, but you said something there, and I got to correct you a little bit. You said that will be the least exciting thing. You got a little scared there when it first came over.
I did. Yeah, that's true.
It frightened you a little bit. But so is this rivalry. This rivalry is frightening on so many levels. And by frightening, I mean incredibly good. It is going to be an electric matchup here between this really, really good Buhler Crusaders football team and what has been an up-and-down young McPherson Bullpups team.
McPherson's 4-3 on the year, 3-1 against divisional opponents. Buhler, 5-2 on the year, undefeated against divisional foes, 4-0. A win for McPherson would clinch them a share of the division title. If Buhler wins, they win it outright because they're one game ahead of the two teams in second place. Those are Mulvane and McPherson. The Bullpups will wear their away whites, white pants, white jerseys, and white helmets, red lettering and numbering on the front and back. While the Crusaders of Buhler, they're blackouts here today with maroon letters and numbers on the front and back. The band is right in front of us, so you may hear them quite a bit here tonight here at Crusader Stadium. They all have their hands up as the kick is underway. McPherson will let it go side to side as Becker fumbles it at the goal line, picks it up at the 6. He's got to turn this into something. He won't. He is stuffed down inside the 10-yard line. Boy, what a bad start right out of the gate. But hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Let's see how the Bullpups can take over on their first offensive plays of this game.
You know, Lane, we talked about how good of a rush defense this Crusaders defense is, but I still think for McPherson, you're going to have to try to establish the run. You need to try to get the football out of Carter Allen's hands as quickly as possible. Create just a little timing, a little rhythm, but you still have to try to be able to run the football with Ketch Delaney and Brock Richardson.
Uniforms mentioned earlier were brought to you by McPherson Laundry. It's where to take your clothes. First down and 10 at their own 9. Allen will look to throw. He's looking deep for Mom on the first play. It's intercepted by one hand all the way at the 40-yard line. You will not see a better interception in all of high school football than what Mitchell McDaniel just did, putting up his left hand and hauling it in one-handed as Buhler gets their 11th interception of the season, McDaniel's third, and Buhler will have it at the McPherson 40 on their just 15 seconds in as they get their first offensive possession.
You know, I really like the call. I like the shot to Ashton Malm there, the wide receiver, but Carter Allen took a hit there during the play.
This offense for Buhler is led by quarterback Brendan Skripsick rather. They work in the multiple, hand off to the fullback on first down, goes up the middle, gets a gain of 4 yards inside the 42, the McPherson 36-yard line. Their fullback is Nick Gazaway. He averages about, let me see if I can do the math right because I don't have it written down, but still about 40 yards rushing per game. He has 3 touchdowns on the ground and 2 through the air this season. Gain of 4, second down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Lane, we'll see a lot of running of the football for Buhler. They're going to be in a multiple front. Like right now, they've got a little a modified wing T set up here. They're going to do everything in their power to try to create misdirection.
In the shotgun, Skripsick will hand it off, but a pack of pups come right through off the edge. Did they go with that wing formation as it was broken down immediately on the handoff to Mitchell McDaniel, the man that had that interception? It's a loss of 1. I think it was Brody Seidel that came in all the way from the secondary to bring him down. It's third down and about 6.5 on their first possession for Buhler.
Yeah, McPherson's defense, we talked about Buhler being really good at stopping the run. So is McPherson's.
Still scoreless. 10:35 to go first quarter. Third down and 6. Skripsick, 3-step drop, fires. The defender falls down. Becker reaches for it. It bounces on the turf and then went into the hands of the receiver. They'll rule it incomplete as it hit the ground. It's a 3-and-out defensively. Well, I say out. You're in 4-down territory, and we'll see if Buhler goes for it.
You know, you just talked about Brendan Skripsick. He's a big body guy. He's 6'3", 220. He's a strong arm guy. He's not going to rush the football a whole lot or move out of his spot. The complete opposite of last year's starter Jeffrey Neal, who was a senior, where Neal ran around. Skripsick wants to stay in the pocket, wants to try to throw the football.
We saw in McPherson's game plan, Coach Pavlovich putting down, finally, not a scrambling quarterback. Miscommunication as multiple guys sub in late for Buhler on 4th down and 6. Here comes the pressure. Hit as he throws. It's somehow caught across the 30. McDaniel the first down inside the 30. Still on his feet inside the 20 and down finally to the 18-yard line. Boy, was Skripsick bailed out on a high throw, but he found McDaniel and he gets the first down.
What a throw. coming out of the backfield was McDaniel, and he just kind of had a little hitch pattern, and Skripczyk was able to find him. There was a free rusher right at the quarterback, and Skripczyk still able to get it out, just floated it over the middle of the field. Could have been intercepted, but wasn't, but McDaniel picked up 19 yards in the first down.
Now, this offense for Buhler has only turned the ball over 5 times, 4 of those being interceptions. I formation for Buhler. 1st and 10 at the McPherson 18 as they're in the red zone. 2 lined up wide left. Handoff. McDaniel in the backfield, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. It was Dylan Hall coming in up the middle. We welcome him back after suffering an injury a few weeks ago. Was a little bit banged up in practice this week, but decided to give it a go. The guts on this man to do so. He's already contributing a gain of about a yard there on 1st down for Buhler.
Yeah, Buhler's offense, they want to run the football. That is about everything they try to do and more. Skripczyk last week only had 9 attempts to pass the football, only 2 tonight already.
Another I formation. A receiver lined up wide to the left on the hash. Another handoff. It's McDaniel again. Tries to spin out of the pack of pups. He won't do so. The secondary, boy, have they rushed in. So is the linebacker core. Alec Harms and Brock Richardson were the first guys up. And it's 3rd down and 9 coming up for Buhler at the McPherson 17-yard line.
You know, Lane, normally we think about a running back who gets 27 attempts a game, or last week he had 27 attempts. You think he's a little bit bigger of a body. McDaniel only 5'8", 170 pounds. Not a big-bodied running back.
Shotgun set. 2 lined up out wide left, 1 to the right. They'll run an option. Skripczyk will pitch it out. McDaniel inside the 15, 10. Gets the first inside the 5, fighting for extra yardage. He'll be short of the goal line, but he's at about the 1 is where they'll mark him, and it's a 1st down and goal for Buhler.
Yeah, Buhler's going to want to have success running the football. They need to try to get it outside of the line of scrimmage, or outside of the offensive line, because that's where McPherson's weakness is when it comes to stopping the run. They're really good in the middle of the field. Catch Delaney at linebacker and Brock Richardson as well. They're really good at stopping the run up the middle. I formation, 1st and goal at the 1.5, maybe 2-yard line for Buhler. Dotting the I, McDaniel takes the handoff, going right, diving for the goal line. Did he cross it? No, he's short by about a couple of feet. Good job by Dylan Hall to stuff him short, but it's 2nd down and goal. Yeah, line right back up. You picked up about a half a yard, maybe a yard there on 1st down and goal from the 1. Now just line back up and run the same play.
We'll see if Buhler will do just that. McPherson turned the ball over on an interception, just 1 play in to the game. We're at 7:50 left, 1st quarter and counting. It's 2nd down and goal. See if maybe they'll go with the QB sneak. Nope, they'll hand it off. McDaniel, right side, stuffed at the line, racing for the goal line. He got in. Touchdown, Buhler. They strike first here at home on their senior night. 7:40 to go, 1st quarter, 6-0 Crusaders.
Yeah, that drive was all Mitchell McDaniel. He had 6 rushing attempts on the first drive for 17 yards and 1 catch for 19 yards. That was an incredible effort. And he's the one who intercepted the pass from Carter Allen to start the game. So what a great drive, what a great start of the game for Mitchell McDaniel.
On one hand, too, which is big. Now, have some miscommunication for Buhler as they try to get the point after attempt. Carter Jones had to sprint off of the field and went back on, and now Quentin Pisano's going to come in, I think, probably as a blocker, unless they go for 2 right here. They don't often. They do have a kicker. That's Jared Miller. Okay, they needed a holder. That was the problem. They just needed a holder, and it will be Quentin Pisano to do so. But their kicker is Jared Miller. There's a lot of Millers on this squad, as you may know, for Buhler. 27 of 30 on PATs. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it's through. 7-0 Buhler, 7:40 to go, 1st quarter. Back at 30 seconds. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
7:40 to go first quarter. Buhler leads 7-0 over the McPherson Bullpups here to close off the regular season as the first defensive and offensive drive for Buhler was all Mitchell McDaniel. One play in on McPherson's first drive at their own 9. An interception on a deep pass by one hand for McDaniel. He gets credited with 6 points the other way on a 1-yard touchdown run, converting on a key 4th down to drive the ball down the field too, as well as a 3rd down and deep from inside the 20.
Yeah, that was a picture-perfect start for Buhler. They wanted to run the football. They did it effectively for the most part with a 15-yard run deep in the red zone, but that was a great drive for Buhler.
Dane Becker will return the ensuing kick at the 5. He fumbled the last one but recovered. He's looking for an opening. He's got one at the 30, 35, 40, and wrestled down from behind past the 40 to the 41-yard line. McPherson responds right back, getting good field position to start off their next offensive drive.
Yeah, what a kick return. Last time he fumbled, like you said, he fumbled it at like the 5-yard line, had to pick it up, and by that point had nowhere to go. This time, set up McPherson with great, excellent field position.
First down and 10 for the Bullpups at their own 42-yard line. Terrific field position, about night and day from their first possession. It'll be a handoff out wide. Brock Richardson lowers the head, fighting for the line of scrimmage. He gets it plus a yard, a gain of a yard on the run to Richardson to make it 2nd down and about 9.
Lane, I know it's only one play, but now I see why Buhler's really good at stopping the run. They put 7 guys in the box no matter what. 4 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers. Those linebackers are quick. They get downhill in a hurry, and these guys are good at stopping the run.
Ruled a gain of about 1.5 yards, but 2nd down, shotgun set for Allen. 2 receivers lined up right, 1 lined up left. That's Ashton Malm, who's had a terrific sophomore season as the leading receiver for the Bullpups. 472 total yards and 8 touchdowns. He had 6 catches for 70 yards and a score. Handoff Richardson again, and he's stuffed at the original line of scrimmage. It's a loss on the play of a yard. It'll make it 3rd down and 10. Stack in the box once more, and it works well in Buhler's favor.
Lane, they have everybody within 5 yards of this offensive line. I see why McPherson wanted to try to take a shot on their first play of the game. I don't hate another shot play here. Just go trust your wide receivers to go get the football.
3rd down and 10. This Bullpup team is 42% on 3rd downs this year. Richardson lined up as a running back. He goes out wide on a slant. It's caught by Malm. He's just shy of a 1st down by about 1 yard as he crosses midfield to the Buhler 49. It is 4th down and 1 for the Bullpups. Quickly, their offense is going to line up to get a play.
Yeah, if McPherson's going to want to have any sort of success against this Buhler defense, it's going to be through Ashton Malm, in my opinion. Just get him the football, let him make plays.
Gain of 9. McPherson is 48% on 4th downs. Buhler has given up 54% of 4th down conversions against their opponents. 4th down and 1. Shotgun set. Richardson lined up as the tailback on the right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff. Richardson lowers the head. He's short. He's going to be well short by 1 yard. Another run to Richardson, trying to see if they could really get the front line for Buhler to prove themselves worthy. They do so on this opening drive. No rushing yards so far for McPherson.
Yeah, Lane, I like the idea of going down for 4th and 1. I even like the play call, but that time this defensive front for Buhler just too quick, getting in there in a hurry, and almost had no space for Brock Richardson to go.
Buhler takes over on the turnover on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. They scored on their last possession that started at the McPherson 40. I formation, handoff on 1st down, going to the left side. He breaks past multiple would-be tacklers inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Once again, Mitchell McDaniel is a man on a mission here. The 5'8" senior.
Yeah, he was stopped in the backfield, just stiff-armed one bullpup tackler, got out to the outside, and just fought his way for 12 more yards. An excellent pickup.
1st and 10 at the McPherson 39. Now that touchdown that McDaniel had was only his 2nd of the year. Ben Klaus was the starting running back. He had over 1,000 yards last year, but he was injured in their loss to Amigo about 3 weeks ago for Buhler. Under 5 minutes to play first quarter, 7-0 Crusaders. 5-step drop out of the I formation. Scripps is going to line it up deep for a man, but he overthrows him by a couple of yards and incomplete. That one bounced at the 3. Was intended for Quentin Pisano, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Excellent pass. Strong arm throw by Skripsik. He just overthrew his man. Had 2 men in coverage. Probably looks like looked like a cover one, man-to-man on the outside. Missed shot play there, in my opinion.
Second down and 10, still at the McPherson 39. That time worked out of the eye. They'll do so again. Dotting the I is Mitchell McDaniel as the starting tailback. One lined up left as they're in between the hashes. Lined out wide, I should say. Handoff McDaniel. He's stuffed immediately. A big loss on the play as Chase Gain shot out of a cannon past the O-line. A loss of 4. Third down and long for Buhler.
Yeah, if McPherson's defense wants to have a lot of success, they are going to need to have to stop the run early. Buhler's really good at running the football. You're going to have to stop it early and make Buhler pass the football more.
Trips to the right, one receiver to the left, shotgun set. Third down and 14 at the McPherson 43. Skripsic lined up in the shotgun. McDaniel the tailback. 3-step drop. Skripsic steps up. Has pressure. Everybody's going to come for him. Down he goes at about the line of scrimmage. It may be a sack. Chase Kane was there. So was Jaron Stutzman. Fourth down and long. Here comes the punting unit. It is a sack of a yard.
That's an excellent job by the Bullpup defense. They just had the turnover on downs. Momentum's all on Buhler's side early in this football game, and that's a great job to go make sure they go 3 and out or 4 and out essentially after the first down play.
3:35 to go first quarter. McPherson will get the ball right back. Brock Richardson back deep to return the punt. High snap. It goes past the punter. He dives for it. He jumps on it at the 32-yard line in Buhler territory. What a mistake on the high snap to Brendan Skripsic, the quarterback who is the punter. He had to pounce on it, and McPherson will have terrific field position at the Buhler 32.
What just a bad snap, just over the head of the punter, and by that point, punter's just got to fall on it because you're not going to pick it up and run anymore and make it worse. So now McPherson deep inside Crusader territory. They need to try to score here.
Trips to the left, one receiver right in the shotgun. Carter Allen. Catch Delaney is lined up in the backfield to his right hip pocket. Brown in motion. Goes right now, goes back left. Allen to throw. Steps up. Gonna fire across the middle. He's got Brown. Threw behind him, but he was able to collect him and turn it around to make the catch. A gain of about 15 on the play. First down at the 18-yard line.
What an excellent job. Just had 3 wide receivers on the far side. The only guy to come on this side of the formation was Bishop Brown, just on a little over crossing pattern. Gardner Allen, with good protection up front, stepped into the throw, made an excellent throw.
2 receivers lined up each side. First and 10 at the Buhler 18. Shotgun set, Delaney in the backfield. Hand off to Delaney. Splits through. Gets inside the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Bullpups. What a job by the Bullpup running crew. Just the second rushing touchdown Buhler has allowed all season long. 18 yards down the field. 7-6 Buhler. 2:54 to go in the first.
Lane, you know what I really loved about that play? It looked like a little miscommunication with the handoff, but I think Carter Allen just held on to it just a little bit longer, let the defenders get by him, and then Catch Delaney took advantage of it.
Jackson Hoover in to kick the extra point. Banks into hold. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is through. Tie game at 7. 2:54 to go first quarter. A turn of the tide by the Bullpups. We're deadlocked here early. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Are you needing some help upgrading your home? I'm Jared, inviting you to check us out at Krupp Lumber in Heston, your one-stop destination for all your construction and woodworking needs. We offer a wide selection of top-quality windows and doors like Marvin and Anderson. We also offer kitchen and bath options like R.D. Henry cabinets and Onyx showers to make your home stand the test of time. Ask about our in-state delivery and direct shipment options. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber, service is our specialty.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Tie game at 7. McPherson turns it around on an 18-yard run by Catch Delaney into the end zone. 2:54 to go first quarter. Only the second rushing touchdown Buhler has allowed this season. Nathan, you broke it down perfectly during the break and even a little bit before we went into break on that touchdown run by Catch Delaney.
Yeah, there looked like a little bit of miscommunication on the handoff with Ketch Delaney and Carter Allen. But what I actually think happened is McPherson is scouted. They understand that Buhler has smaller defensive linemen. They're quicker, so you allow them to get upfield or downfield as far as possible. Then you hand the football off. The hole's right there, wide open, and you take the defensive line completely out of it. What an excellent job both ways.
I like it. Hoover into kick the ensuing kickoff. It's a high kick, short kick, returned at the 20 on the right side for Buhler. They'll roll to the right, down the sideline, 35, breaks off a would-be tackler, but finally goes down to the 38-yard line on the kick return by Quentin Pisano. Buhler will take over as we're now tied at 7.
You know, Lane, these two teams are going to continue throwing haymakers. McPherson just responded with their haymaker. Now it's time to see if Buhler can respond with theirs. Are they going to continue to try to run the football with Mitchell McDaniel? He's got 8 carries so far, 25 yards just here in this first quarter. So he's been good tonight, but they've stopped him in his tracks a few times.
Well, McPherson actually failed to get the tee off the field. The official had to throw it to the sideline. We'll get underway here, 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff to the fullback, and he sheds off. No, he finally gets down all the way in the secondary. If it was not for Keaton Crane, that would have been a house call. 62 yards down the field. Crane finally put an end to it at the McPherson 43. A good gain there, 1st down for Buhler.
Yeah, handed it off to Max Harmony just in the fullback position. What an excellent play. Caught McPherson off guard. They all thought McDaniel. All the eyes went to McDaniel. Harmony picked up a big chunk play.
18 yards there on the first play of the drive. 1st down and 10 at the McPherson 43. Less than 2.5 minutes left first quarter, tied at 7. Receiver in motion. It's a jet sweep going to the left side. Pisano stripped down in the backfield. A loss of 2 on the play. Alec Harms came in all the way from the secondary to bring him down, and a loss all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, an excellent start. You give up the chunk play. The Bullpups do. Now they respond. Loss of 3 or 2 on the play. Pisano tried to get the carry. He was really good last year for Buhler and has come in as a starting wide receiver again. Hasn't put as many stats up this year as he did last year. But this is a new offense.
They rule it a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 at the 45-yard line in McPherson territory. Shotgun set, but they go with that wing formation with tight ends lined up behind the tackle. Skripsic in the option, keeps it. He's only going to get a couple of yards, though. Back to the original line of scrimmage as Matt Berger tracks him down, brings him down by his waist. A gain of about 1.5 yards. 3rd down, and they'll rule it a 3rd down and 11 coming up for Buhler.
Yeah, right where McPherson wants him. You get him in 3rd down and long. This means they're going to probably have to throw this football here, 3rd down and 11. Get him behind the chains, sets yourself up to pin your ears back, try to get to the quarterback, and just play a nice zone on the backside.
Trips to the left, 1 receiver right, in between the hashes for Buhler on 3rd down and 11. Skripsic in a 3-step drop. He's looking left. Here comes the pressure. He escapes out of the pocket, and down he goes. Matt Berger and Chase Kane there on the hunt. They bring him down for a sack. The 2nd sack of the night for McPherson. 4th down and long. Buhler will come on to punt.
You know, Lane, it's almost like McPherson has just decided in their defensive front, they're just not going to let Skripsic get in front of them. They're not going to get upfield farther than what Skripsic is going to get. It's almost like they're playing a contain and just keeping him inside the pocket. That time he tried to step up, and they were there to stop it right away.
Dane Becker back deep to return the punt. This time a good snap, and Skripsic will boot it away. Got quite a leg on him, end over end. It will bounce at the 12, 11, 10. It hits the leg of a Crusader, and it will die at the 10-yard line. They'll officially mark it with 7 seconds left in the quarter. 1st down for McPherson. Tied game at 7.
Yeah, this has been a back and forth. I like what the Bullpups defense is doing here. Now let's see, after the score for the offense, can they come out and put a nice, long, sustained drive together, maybe take a shot or 2 here early in the possession, but continue to run the football with Ketch Delaney.
The last drive, the scoring drive, was a 32-yard drive. This one, they're 90 yards away from the end zone. 1st down and 10 at their own 10. Shotgun set. 2 receivers left, tight end receiver right. as a man in the backfield. Catch Delaney on the left hip pocket. Bullpups get a play from the sideline. Play clock now reads 6 as they get back set. 7 seconds left in the quarter. The clock will start on the snap. It's a 3-step drop. Allen will look to throw high. It is almost caught. It was dropped by Bishop Brown, I believe, as it falls to the turf after he was hit trying to make the grab. It is an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 coming up as the quarter comes to an end. I believe Brady Gotti was the one that broke it up.
Yeah, it was supposed to be just a little slant pattern, just thrown too high and broken up by Gotti.
First quarter comes to a close. Tied game at 7. Back in a second for coverage of the second quarter. Coming up next, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP. At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
One quarter in the books, and it's been nothing short of exciting. Back and forth we go here in this game. McPherson had the ball first, threw an interception on their first play. Buhler capitalizes to drive it down. Then McPherson stops Buhler in their tracks, forces a punt, which pins them all the way back. McPherson ties the game at 7 on an 18-yard run by Catch Delaney. Deadlocked at 7 through one quarter of play.
This is just a great matchup all around. One team stops the run, one team runs the ball really well. So it's going to continue to be haymakers.
2nd down and 10 at their own 10. Allen, high pass to nobody on the sideline, incomplete at the 25. Almost hit Jace Pavlovich, who's crouching down. Was not quite sure what the play was there for McPherson. Maybe some miscommunication as now they face 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it almost looked like a flood concept where they had Isaac Puhala going on like a 10-yard out route. Tried to hit Puhala, in my opinion, just overthrew the football. There was no one to cause any pressure on Carter Allen, just a simple overthrow.
3rd and 10 at their own 10 after 2 straight incompletions. One that was on target to Brown but was broken up. And then that last play, 2 receivers lined up each side. Here comes pressure. Allen hit as he throws. It hits off of an O-lineman's helmet and falls on the turf, incomplete. 4th down and 10 coming up for McPherson.
Yeah, that time Cash Carson, almost on a stunt or like a blitz on the outside, moved out from his defensive tackle position out to the defensive end, and he was home free. He could have done whatever he wanted there. He had no one to block him there and force the errant pass by Carter Allen.
Brock Richardson into punt for the first time here today. Jeremy Gentry is the punt returner. He's lined up at the McPherson 40-yard line. We move things going into this quarter from right to left now. Richardson gets the punt away. A low booming punt, end over end. Beautiful punt. It goes to the Buhler 40, bounces inside the 35, inside the 30, 29, 28, 27-yard line. Boy, what a punt by Brock Richardson, going 63 yards.
All year, Brock Richardson has done this punt where it's almost a top spin end over end punt, and it's just to allow as many bounces in the wrong direction if you're the return team as possible, and that time flip field position on its head.
Without a doubt, the best punt of the season by Richardson, 63 yards. You don't see a whole lot of college athletes kick it that far time and again. 1st down and 10 for Buhler at their own 27. Still tied at 7 here early in the second quarter. I formation, handoff on 1st down. To the left side of the line, goes past the 30 to the 32-yard line is Mitchell McDaniel. A gain of about 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, just a simple dive play, almost a zone read play where McDaniel, a little patient, had a little hesitation step, but still picked up 5 yards, and now they're ahead of the chains.
2nd down and 5 for Buhler on the right hash. I formation for Skripsic. One receiver lined up out wide on each side. Handoff to the fullback up the middle. Went about a couple of yards before getting tripped up for just a 2-yard gain, as it was Nick Gazaway there on the carry. 3rd down and about short coming up. It's 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, that time they tried to fake the sweep out to McDaniel, see if they could draw some eyes around. Did not work as the Bullpups defense stopped Gazaway 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
3rd and about 2.5 is the call as they'll work in the eye again. 2 receivers lined up out wide to the left, I should say, for Buhler as they work from left to right as we view the field. Fake handoff. Skripczyk gets off of one would-be tackler, gets through the line, and gets a first down to the 40-yard line. Needed 3, got about 5 yards there. First down for the Crusaders.
Yeah, for the Bullpups defense, this is why 1st and 2nd down is so important. You got to keep them 2nd down and 9, 3rd down and 7, where they almost have to pass the football. That time, they're just too multiple of a run team to be in that 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 scenario.
Skripczyk only had 93 yards rushing coming into this game. His longest rush this season, 10 yards. He got about half of that just on that play. First down and 10 for Buhler at their own 40. I formation again for Skripczyk. Bit of confusion for the McPherson defense, but they line up. Fake handoff. A throw across the middle. It's bobbled and caught inside the 40, the 30. Finally tripped up at the 20-yard line was Jacob Miller. A deflection, then a catch all the way down the field, a la Miracle at Jordan Hare, all the way to the McPherson 20.
You know, Lane, that's a classic triple option type play where they fake one way or one option, and then they just have the tight end sneak out into the middle of the field and hit Miller in stride, picked up 40 yards. What an excellent play.
And now, once again, in the red zone. This is a team that capitalizes in the red zone already. 33 red zone touchdowns this season, if you include the one they had in the first quarter. I formation, handoff. McDaniel pauses, gets hit hard from behind by Kane, but he drags him with him for a gain of about 2 inside the 20 to the 18. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Crusaders.
Yeah, they pick up 40 yards there, and now only a 2-yard pickup. Head coach Steve Warner in his 19th season at Buhler is just one of those coaches that's going to try to beat you with just little cuts, just paper cuts. I'm going to take a cut here, I'm going to take a cut there until you just have nothing anymore.
Yeah, Warner, a legendary head coach in Kansas high school football history, has a state title under his belt here at Buhler, the 2nd winningest active head coach in the state. Hand off to the fullback Gazaway across the 15, trying to push forward for a couple extra. He does to the 13, 3rd down and 3 coming up for Buhler.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3. This is right where they want to be, especially in the red zone or the red area. This is just classic Buhler football. You had a little shot play there to the tight end. It wasn't a very long pass, but it ended up being 40 yards. But you just keep running the football.
3rd down and 3 coming up for Buhler at the 13-yard line. I formation, dotting the I is McDaniel. In between the hashes, McDaniel takes the handoff, looking for the outside. He doesn't get it. He's swallowed up by Brody Seidel and Brock Richardson. A gain of a couple. He's short of the line to gain by about a yard. We'll see what Buhler will try to go with. Will they try to get the first down or go for the field goal? It looks like they're keeping their offense on the field. They've tried 2 field goals this season, has Buhler. Missed both of them.
Yeah, you know what? With a 6'3", 220-pound quarterback at Brendan Skripczyk, I'd put this football in his hands and just let him try to get the first down.
Buhler will call a timeout, though. Their first of the half with 7:27 to go here in the second quarter. Tied game at 7 apiece. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
4th down and a yard coming up for Buhler as they are at the McPherson 11-yard line. Decision time coming up after Buhler calls their first timeout of the half. 7:27 to go in the second quarter. Tied game at 7.
Yeah, Lane, this has been an excellent drive, a classic Buhler drive where they've just 2-yard run here, 3-yard run here, 5-yard run here, 40-yard play here, another 2-yard run here. So we're going to see 4th down and 1. This is a big play for this drive and this Bullpups defense.
I formation. McDaniel dots the I. Gazaway is lined up as a fullback. It's a toss out to McDaniel, looking for the line. He gets caught up by a lineman inside the 10, inside the 5, spins, looking for the pylon. He doesn't get it. He's out of bounds at the 3, but it's a first down for Buhler. First down and goal.
Yeah, I just didn't see the sweep play coming. That time they almost had it stopped, but McDaniel, patient in finding the hole there. He did an excellent job, got down inside the 5-yard line, picked up 6 yards in the first down.
First down at the 4-yard line for Buhler coming up. Confusion on the offensive end as a receiver subbed in when it looked like he wasn't supposed to. Another I formation, on the right hash. Handoff to Gazaway. No fake handoff. Skripsic kept it. Pitches it out to McDaniel. Looking for the goal line. Caught up just short by a yard.
What an excellent job. Even I was faked out by the fake Gazaway handoff and then into the option. What an excellent play. It's just a simple option offense or triple option offense. I don't know if there's the third option there, but he absolutely could have handed that off or taken it into the end zone himself, but picked up 2 yards.
Second down and goal at the half-yard line. Braxton Burgess stopped him in his tracks, so did Alec Harms. But Buhler about a half a yard away from scoring and taking the lead right back. It's a handoff right side. McDaniel stuffed at the line, trying to fight for the yardage. He won't get there. What a stop by McPherson. It's no gain on the handoff, but what a job stopping him in his tracks by the defensive back, Bishop Brown.
Yeah, when this Bullpup defense needs a stop the most, these defensive backs come up and make a stop. They get everybody around this line of scrimmage, and if all 11 defenders are right there, you're not getting by them. Excellent job by the Bullpups defense.
It is third down and goal at the 1-yard line, though, for Buhler. We'll see what they'll draw up to try to get themselves across that white painted turf going into the maroon-colored end zone. They'll break the huddle with 8 on the play clock. But an extra man in the backfield for Buhler. Skripsic will hand it off to the fullback up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Buhler. Jacob Miller, the tight end, took the handoff and crossed the goal line for the TD score. 13-7 Crusaders. 5:46 to go here in the second.
Yeah, again, like we talked about it earlier in the drive, just death by 1,000 cuts. They're going to keep taking chunks out until you just don't have it anymore or not enough space anymore to defend. Got down inside the 1-yard line, just a simple handoff. They trust this offensive line. This is a massive, big offensive line. It's probably the best offensive line or the best spot on their team for this Buhler Crusaders offense.
An injury to a McPherson player as he was about to line up, but the training staff came on the field and told him to walk himself off. I think it was Dylan Hall who's been dealing with an injury this week and decided to try to give it the go-ahead here today to try to get this big-time win, but that's a key loss for McPherson if he doesn't come back. Looks like he's limping off of the field. He does get off under his own power, but that's a key loss for the Pups.
It absolutely would be. He's starting at left tackle, but next man up mentality has been out for a couple of weeks now, so they'll know what to do.
And to kick the extra point is Jared Miller, the brother of Jacob, one of the many Millers at Buhler High School. In to hold is Carter Jones. Good snap, good hold. Kick on the way. Does it split the uprights? Yes, it does. 14-7 Buhler. 5:46 to go, second quarter. Let's see how the Bullpups respond coming up after this. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Need secure storage for your RV or boat? Check out the brand new Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage in McPherson. Located on 16th Avenue near Crable's Meats. We offer 15 by 50 fully enclosed storage units and covered outdoor storage. Call or text today at 620-755-6586. Countryside RV, Boat, and Self-Storage. Your storage solution. That's 755-6586.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
14-7 Buhler. They take the lead right back, capitalized by a 1-yard touchdown run by tight end Jacob Miller. Buhler has a 14-7 lead, 5:46 to go, first half. How did the Bullpups respond?
I think in their last drive they tried to throw the football 3 straight times, and I we've seen as the years gone on, we understand that Buhler can stop the run, but you still have to try to establish the run. You can't get away from your offensive identity, which has been running the football with your two-headed monster at running back and Catch Delaney and Brock Richardson.
The ensuing kickoff is away. Dane Becker will receive it on the run at the 10, run to his left, past the 20, tripped up at the 25. They'll mark him at the 26-yard line. The Bullpups have the ball, 5:40 to go. Here, second quarter, they have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, Carter Allen coming back on the field had a rough start to or rough drive last time. I'd like to see him continue to try to throw the football as best as possible. But again, like I said, Dane Becker now in the backfield. We got to continue to trust this offensive line and this running back room and try to run the football.
They've tried to emphasize going for more jailbreak screens this week, but we haven't quite seen those work out quite yet. But on first down, on the handoff to Becker, bullying his way to the 30. And that's where they'll mark him, right at the 30, maybe about a half a yard more, a gain of about 3 yards on first down.
You know, Lane, I really like that. That's just an outside zone where the offensive line's not blocking necessarily a defender. They're blocking a space, and the defender's within that space. That time they got him outside. They're forcing Buhler to not work upfield. They're forcing him to work side to side. And I think that's going to be how they can attack this Crusaders defensive front as this game goes on.
Second down and a long 6, short 7 at about the 30.5-yard line in McPherson territory. 2 are in motion. That's Puhala. And on the right side, another receiver. That's Bo Barkley. Allen in a 3-step drop, looking near. High pass intended for Malm. He's got him. He's at the 40, 30, right side. Brought down from behind at the 25-yard line. Bring in the speedster sophomore, Ashton Malm. He'll get it done. And the Bullpups get a big first down in Buhler territory.
What a play. You run the football on first down. Now you just send Ashton Malm on a post pattern of 15-yard and then up post pattern. What an excellent job. What an excellent job up front by the offensive line, now speeding things up.
4:35 to go, second quarter, clock running as they spot the ball, 1st and 10 at the Buhler 24-yard line. What a gain by the Bullpups on that pitch and catch to Ashton Malm. Shotgun set, 2 receivers lined up each side on the right hash. Handoff Becker, finds an opening across the 20 into the red zone at the 17-yard line. A gain of about 8 yards on first down.
Yeah, like I said, Lane, to start the drive, they need to get back to this offensive identity of running the football first, being a run-first team, then take your shot. They had a nice 3-yard run by Dane Becker, then the 46-yard pass play to Ashton Malm, and now an 8-yard pickup by Dane Becker again.
Second down and 3 is what they'll officially rule it. They said they started the first down at the 24. From my angle, thought it was the 25. At a bit of an awkward angle as we're looking opposite of the field now as they're looking for the end zone to our left. Allen to throw. High pass intended for Brown into the end zone. Oh, it's just out of his outstretched arms and incomplete. A bad angle for Bishop Brown looking for the corner. He could not haul it in. And it's third down coming up for McPherson.
Yeah, no, I mean now you have the time, you have the space. It's one of those plays where I like the shot play to the end zone with Bishop Brown, just a little bit overthrown, but Carter Allen just needs to slow down, take a deep breath, and just hit on the passes that he knows he can hit on.
Catch Delaney comes in the backfield for McPherson. 2 receivers lined up left, tight end, and a receiver to the right on the right hash. Third down and 3 at the Buhler 17. Handoff Delaney looking for the edge. Cuts upfield inside the 15. Couple extra yards to the 12-yard line. A move of the chains on a gain of 5. First down for McPherson.
I really like the way that head coach Jace Pavlovich and offensive coordinator John Montgomery right now are attacking this Crusaders defense. They're trying to attack the edges, attack the outside of the front box 7, and it's working right now to perfection.
First down and 10 for McPherson at the 17-yard line. Catch Delaney has been terrific so far on the ground already with a rushing touchdown. He's lined up to the right hip pocket of Allen in the shotgun. They'll look to throw. Good block by Delaney. He'll throw high to the end zone. He's got a man. Brown, did he haul it in? Yes, he did! What a job by Brown! Off the carom, hauls it in. Touchdown, Bullpups. A 12-yard pitch and catch from Carter Allen to Bishop Brown. 1 point away from tying the game here late in the half.
Yeah, Yeah, it was almost a double move, Lane. They went on they just tried to get Bishop Brown into the flat. Understand that the corner is going to take a look at that and keep his eyes on Bishop Brown. Then Brown gets outside and up the field on a wheel route, and just an excellent pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Jackson Hoover in to kick the extra point, and it is good. We're tied at 14 with 2:53 to go in the first half. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Water's Edge Restaurant and Catering has your cravings covered morning, noon, and Thursday nights. In Heston, open Tuesday through Sunday. Join them for an all-day breakfast, classic comfort food favorites, or daily lunch specials featuring a wide and unique variety. Thursday nights come in for theme nights like the famous fried chicken, waffles, burgers, Mexican or Italian, and ask about catering options. Find them online at watersedgeheston.com for menu and catering options.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Tie game at 14. McPherson drives down the field thanks to a couple of shot plays, including a deep catch to Ashton Malm. But Bishop Brown credited with the 6 points on a 12-yard catch from Carter Allen. Tied game at 14, 2:53 to go, second quarter.
Yeah, what a play call! I mean, you're attacking the corners here for Buhler. As the front seven's been really, really good here today, but right now you start attacking the defensive ends, you start attacking the outside linebackers, and you start attacking the secondary of this Crusaders team, and you're starting to see where there's some holes starting to create some openings for this Bullpups offense.
McPherson to kick it away. Buhler does have 2 timeouts left, 2:53 to go in the half. Buhler will get the ball to start the second half. They won the opening coin toss and deferred as the ensuing kickoff is underway, and it will be returned on the near side by the Crusaders, cutting left to the 20, down to the 24-yard line. On the return on the left side by Carter Jones, and it will be first down for Buhler. One thing I do want to mention, by the way, there should have been offsides called on McPherson because one of the guys on the kicking team crossed the line before the kick went away. We're about even with the 40-yard line, which is where McPherson kicked it away from. That's 40-yard line on the right side, but they get away with it. First down for Buhler at their own 24.
You know, Lane, I want you to take a real long thought here. Have you seen a penalty yet today?
Not yet. That might change. The kicking tee is still on the field, by the way. They have to get that off. First down, 3-step drop, Skripczyk to pass, high pass, he's got a man, but it's caught at midfield. He goes to the right side, does just get a couple of more yards. Boy, did he underthrow Cash Carson, but he gets the deep catch after collecting himself to the McPherson 48-yard line.
You know, we talked all week about this being a run-first football team, but I do like Skripczyk in their passing game.
2:25 to go in the half. First down and 10 at the McPherson 48. They'll hand it off on first down, right side for McDaniel. Flag flies in the backfield as he'll go out of bounds at the 39. It will be a gain of 9 if it stands, but this one may be coming back. Nathan, is this the old announcer jinx?
It might be, but this is going to be holding that brings it back. So is it really an announcer jinx if we're here for McPherson?
Well, yes, it is, because you said you haven't seen any penalties yet, and we see one. Now, yeah, it's not on McPherson, but technically there was a penalty on the field.
I mean, we're two and a half minutes away from the halftime.
That's still pretty good.
I'm surprised there wasn't one earlier.
You'll like it, especially with all the flags that flew last week in the McPherson-Augusta game. A combined 18 penalties between the two teams.
Hey, and I won't say it just yet, but knock on wood, I like the tempo we're at right now.
First down and 20 off of the penalty for Buhler at the the Buhler 42-yard line. Trips to the left, one receiver right on the right hash in the shotgun. McDaniel in the backfield, Skripczyk to throw. 3-step drop, here comes pressure. He rolls out of it. He goes to the 45, tripped up as he just stays in bounds on the near side at the Buhler 47-yard line for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards for the Crusaders.
Yeah, just stepped up into the pocket, had space as the Bullpups defense brought an extra blitzer on the far sideline, stepped up in, didn't hold contain well enough, did the defensive line, and had space to pick up 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Second down and 14 coming up for Buhler. One receiver to the left, one to the right. I formation. It'll be a 5-step drop this time. Skripsik's going to look high. He's got a man caught at a first down inside the 35. Finally wrestled down at the 33-yard line. Another big play on the through the air for Buhler, and a first down on that catch on the left side. Believe that was Brady Gotti. I could be wrong there. But either way, it's a first down. No, Jared Miller, I think, is who it was.
Yeah, what an excellent pitch and catch there. Just had wide open space, picked up 19 yards on the play. Good first down.
1st and 10 at the McPherson 33-yard line. Skripsik rolling to his right, steps up. He's going to fire it late. Hit as he throws. It's caught at the 20. Another first down inside the red zone to the 18-yard line. Boy, what a good job by Skripsik improvising as he rolls out of the pocket, and it's a first down. We'll stop the clock. Did somebody call timeout? Yes, Buhler called timeout as there's 1:05 left in the half, and they're at the McPherson 18-yard line. Quentin Pisano caught that pass, by the way.
Yeah, what an excellent job by him. He's a good downfield threat that they haven't used a whole lot this year, but now you see why I think he's a good wide receiver.
Gain of 15 that time on that, or 16 actually, as they marked him at the 17. So big-time gain, and, it's just those little plays. They extend the play for about a couple extra seconds. The improvisation that we've seen from Brendan Skripsik, and it pays off as the offense has found an opening.
Yeah, the scouting report on Skripsik was that he was a strong-arm quarterback who just likes to sit in the pocket, not try to get off his spot. But I'm seeing quite a different guy out here. He's moving around the pocket, trying to get outside of the pocket at times and working upfield.
65 seconds left and one timeout here in the second quarter for Buhler. They have 1st down and 10 at the McPherson 17.5-yard line. Shotgun set, trips to the right. One receiver left. Skripsik to throw. Here comes Kane, but he fires across the middle. It's high, broken up and incomplete. Boy, did Catch Delaney lay the boom on the receiver. He's still down on the ground. I think it was Pisano that time trying to make the grab up the middle. We'll double check on that. He's still laying on the turf at the 11. But we're hoping this is just him getting the wind knocked out of him, because, boy, did Delaney bring him down. And, sometimes when you have the wind knocked out of you, you feel like you get hit by a freight train. You lose pretty much all oxygen in your lungs for a couple of minutes. You regather your breath, hopefully on the sideline, and then you're back at it. And that's what we're hoping is the case right here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's just one of those football plays where you're over the middle of the field. Linebackers trying to make a play and knock the football out, and you're also in double coverage, so you got to be real careful when stuff like this happens. But you never want to see this even, and you really, really hope that it's just that he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
It was Mitchell McDaniel, actually, the starting running back. Boy, what a game he's had so far. He gets help up, but will walk off under his own power. He will have to at least miss a play. While we have this pause in the action, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors, including Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. And this injury timeout's brought to you by Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law at 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. Don't forget, at halftime, stick around for the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report, as we'll have more coming up for you then. We'll get back underway. 2nd down and 10 for Buhler. 1 minute to go in the half, as they're at the McPherson 17-yard line. Shotgun set. Skripsik looks to throw again. 3-step drop. He's looking deep. Almost hit as he throws. A bit of a sidearm wobbler that is out of the arms of Brody Seidel and incomplete. Maybe the second time we've seen that. Maybe if Brody Seidel, who's been riddled with injuries this year, who has a cast on his left hand, if he didn't have a cast, that one may have been a pick for him, which would have been his second of the year, but instead it falls to the turf, and it's 3rd down and 10 for Buhler.
Lane, I think this Bullpups team's running like a zone on the backside with a couple of free blitzers, but they're really just more focused on containing Skripsik in the pocket.
One receiver lined up each side, I formation, 3rd down and 10. Fake handoff, Skripsik rolls to the left. He's looking for the end zone. One-on-one, it is caught for the first down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. He will stay in bounds as the clock will run after they spot the ball. They will at the 48. They do have one timeout, but they're just going to spike it with 44 on the game clock here in the second quarter.
What a little, it was almost like a back shoulder out route type play. What a pitch and catch, picking up 12 yards on the play, 13 yards on the play, down inside the 5-yard line, and now you got to hurry up spiked the football. So now you got second down and goal, and could almost go anywhere with this play.
And bear in mind, this is a huge momentum. This is huge momentum time for Buhler. They do get the ball to start the second half after that terrific catch. I think it was by Cash Carson, who's lined up as the receiver wide left. I formation on the left hash. One receiver lined up to the right as well. Skripczyk to throw, has a man open. He catches it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buhler. Quentin Pisano with his first touchdown catch of the season gets that one in that colored turf, painted maroon. 20-14 Buhler, 38 seconds left in the half.
Well, yeah, when you get this deep into Bullpup territory, the Bullpups start to think, oh, they can run the football. They're really good at running the football. That time they played into it, the Crusaders did, and just had Pisano out in the flat, picked up that 4 yards and a touchdown.
So now in to kick the extra point is Miller. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is through. 21-14 Buhler. 38 seconds left in the first half, and they have all 3 timeouts due McPherson. Let's see what they do after the ensuing kickoff coming up next. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Here's a bright idea. Internet should be fast and reliable. That's why IdeaTech is connecting towns and neighborhoods with modern fiber internet. Modern, fast, reliable internet. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan today at ideatech.com. Here's a bright idea. The internet should work. That's why IdeaTech is building modern fiber networks across Kansas. Internet that just works. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan at ideatech.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
This stadium sounds a bit like what Bill Snyder Family Stadium will sound like tomorrow, which hurts to say that as a Jayhawk myself, as Buhler leads 21-14. 38 seconds left here in the first half as Buhler drives down the field, takes it all the way to the end zone to give themselves the lead once again. And now McPherson has 38 seconds left and all 3 timeouts in the half, where Buhler will get the ball to start off the second half. So this is a big swing to see if McPherson can try to capitalize on something before the clock reaches triple zeros. Short kick, though, but it will bounce at the 20 and be returned far side 25, lowering the head down the sideline, and he'll go down at the 31-yard line. About a couple seconds come off of the game clock there on that return. McPherson will have it at their own 31-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah, you said it best, Lane. This is a big drive here. I know, but that last drive, you needed to stop there to try to get this into halftime, just tied. But with 35 seconds left, it almost seems like the Bullpups are just going to run this football out or kneel it out and go to halftime.
Indeed, they will. They just went in quote-unquote victory formation to take the knee, as I think that will be, or maybe they have to do one more kneel down because the play clock reset to 25. Nope, they'll reset it again to 40. So they'll let this one run all the way down, it looks like, as they spot the ball at the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Both teams are still on the field, just trying to make sure to see. I think just still trying to make sure Buhler doesn't call that final timeout. Because they do have one timeout left. But, yep, they'll just take this one into the locker room as the Bullpups lead 21-14, or the Bullpups trail 21-14 through the first half of play. We'll be back for the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Tonight's coverage of Bullpup football continues next with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's first half and catch you up on other scores around the area. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Best thing about my job is working with young kids. The relationships that I get to establish and the smiles that we get to create.
I love being a dentist because lots of times people come in, they're nervous, scared, but being able to help them and change their smile, and it's just really rewarding to be able to be a part of that.
We'd love to see you at any of our locations. Big smiles and little places.
McPherson Dental in Buhler, Inman, Hillsboro, McPherson, and Lyons, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas, where we're committed to making your home a reality. Picture this, your dream home perfectly within reach. With our flexible and affordable home mortgage options, we're here to turn your dreams into possibilities. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to refinance, First Bank Kansas is more than just a lender. We're your dedicated partners in building your future. Our personalized services ensure that your mortgage aligns with your unique needs needs? Don't delay. Let's make your dream home a reality at First Bank Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Winter's coming. Get your equipment ready with a tune-up from Hometown Outdoor Power. With locations in McPherson, Minneapolis, and Salina, we'll keep your gear running smoothly all season long. Call today to learn more about our winter service promotion.
Need reliable electrical work? Call Headed Electric in McPherson. We are locally family-owned and committed to providing quality electrical services. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headedelectricinc.com.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Well, coming up on Saturday, it's a huge game in the state of Kansas as the Dillon Sunflower Showdown will take place at Bill Snyder Family Stadium in Manhattan as the 16th ranked Kansas State Wildcats. They still have their eye on playing for a Big 12 championship and a possible spot in the college football playoff after bouncing back from its loss to BYU with 3 impressive wins, while the Kansas Jayhawks, on the other hand, they still have the goal of getting bowl eligible and they could turn their season around, knocking off the Kansas State Wildcats. The Jayhawks snapped a 5-game skid last week with their first Big 12 victory over Houston and sit at 2-5 and 1-3 in the Big 12 against Kansas State's 6-1 and 3-1. It will really be the battle of the backfields as Kansas's running back Devin Neal has been steady for the Jayhawks all season, had his biggest game last week with 108 yards and 2 scores in their 42-14 victory, while Kansas State's running back DJ Giddens is the nation's 9th leading rusher with 843 yards, and while he didn't have his biggest game against West Virginia, still managed to find the end zone twice against the Mountaineers. Kansas State has won the last 15 matchups in the Sunflower Showdown dating back to November 1st, 2008. And you can hear this game from the Jayhawks broadcast team on 94.7 KSKU. Their pregame coverage will get underway at 5:30. While the Kansas State broadcast crew will have the call on 92.3, 1510 KLQR, and pregame coverage gets underway at 5 o'clock. The rest of the Big 12 slate looks like this. At 2:30, the 11th-ranked BYU Cougars will play at UCF. Oklahoma State will play at Baylor. Texas Tech will square off with TCU. At 6 o'clock, Utah plays at Houston, while West Virginia will play at Arizona. And the final game of the night starts at 9:15. We'll have Cincinnati playing in Boulder against the Colorado Buffaloes. Also Saturday, we'll have KCAC football coverage for you on the airwaves, as the McPherson Bulldogs have won 6 consecutive games after topping Bethel College last week 35-10, and now they'll go up against a Bethany College defense that forced 4 turnovers last week against Evangel, although Evangel would come out on top 68-17 over Bethany College, as the Swedes will host McPherson, and kickoff is set for 1 o'clock, and you can hear this one on the Bethany side on 95.5 KLBG at 12:30, or the McPherson side on 98.9 1540 KMCP. And on Kansas Rocks 100.3, starting at 12:30, Sterling College will play against Ottawa. I'm Scott Miller with that look at your halftime sports. Coming up, Lucky Kid will have a look at the high school scoreboard for you.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Visit GPFCU in Hillsboro or McPherson, or online at GreatPlainsFCU.com. Bullpup football on KMCP.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
Hi friends, Dana with the Alliance Agency. Medicare open enrollment is October 15th to December 7th. Is a supplement or a new Advantage plan best for you? They both have advantages. Call me today to discuss your Medicare choices. at 620-245-4861 or stop by the Alliance Agency. And thank you.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory, 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
Lucky Kid with your halftime scoreboard update. The scores we have in around central Kansas. Right now, Buhler up on McPherson 21-14. Hutcheye leading May South 14-0. Sterling leading 27-6 over Trinity Catholic. That late in the second half. Haven leads Kingman early 14-0. Central Christian 30, Norwich 6. Argonia Attica 29, Pretty Prairie 0. Halstead 34, Lions 0. Otis Bison leading Chase 41-6. Elslane 28, Central Plains 6. Little Reed Solomon early 30-0. Mount Ridge and Inland scoreless after 1. Smoky Valley and Hillsboro. Smoky Valley leads 8-7 at the half. Canton Galba up on Gossel 8-0. One game already done in 6-man tonight. Peabody Burns over Altoona Midway 51-6. Arch City led Newton 14-0. Andy Hill up on Heston 40-14. Garden Plain at the half over Clearwater 14-7. Cheney early leading Platte 7-0. Great Bend 21, Garden City 0. Hoisenden leading Cimarron 13-0. Gladys and also Southeast Saline 22, Ellsworth 0. Couple other scores we're watching tonight around the area. Wamego up on Abilene after 7-0. And also Mulvane and Winfield at the end of 1, they were scoreless. We'll have the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show tonight at 10 with scores and highlights all over the state of Kansas. Stay with us with a high school scoreboard update. I'm Lucky Kid.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back into the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. The Bullpups trail the Buhler Crusaders 21-14 on the road to close off the regular season here tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about how this first half went, but first let's give you some score updates from around. You may have heard some from Lucky Kid from around the area. There's a couple of those games that are more updated that we can see on social media, and we'll get to some more coming up as well. But these scoreboard updates brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. You know, he mentioned Mulvane and Winfield, how they were scoreless after 1. They're tied at 14 going into halftime. And as you may have heard, Wamego was only up over Abilene. I was trying to get the name right. Wamego was only up over Abilene 7-0 after 1. Don't have a halftime score for that one yet. Another one to kind of keep an eye on for seeding in Division 3 is Andover Central facing in-city rival Andover. Andover's a 5A school. Andover Central is one of the teams that is 6-1 on the season and are currently in third place in the regional standings. They're up 14-7 over Andover near the end of the first half. So to go over what's happened in this first half, it felt like the momentum started with Buhler. In the middle was just about near to McPherson, and then towards the final minute of the first half, it was Buhler once again. And Buhler's going to get the ball to start the second half, already up by 7 points, and feeling like they allowed a score late. That one kind of stung a little bit for McPherson, but they got to find a way to turn things around going out of the locker room. Buhler started off terrific. They pinned McPherson at their own 9-yard line on the opening kickoff. Dane Becker fumbled it, recovered it at the 5, but only went just 4 yards. One play in the possession, Carter Allen throws a deep pass that was intercepted by one hand, by the way, by Mitchell McDaniel. One of the better interceptions you'll see in all of high school football. Buhler then capitalized down the field ending with a 1-yard touchdown run by McDaniel to make it 7-0. McPherson fought off right after an 18-yard touchdown run by Catch Delaney tied the game. It was 7-7 after one quarter. Buhler then got back on the board, driving down the field. Jacob Miller ran it in from 1 yard out. 14-7 Buhler led. McPherson then had a couple of shot plays offensively, really moved it down the field and did a terrific job capitalizing on all facets, running and passing. Capitalized by a 12-yard touchdown run from Carter Allen to Bishop Brown, tying the game with 2:53 to go in the second quarter. But an early, deep pass from Buhler drove them past midfield. They eventually went down the field, found the end zone on a 4-yard pass from Skripsik to Pisano. 21-14, Buhler leads through halftime. And I mentioned before going into all the scores so far, the touchdown with about 38 seconds left in that second quarter kind of hit a little bit different, so McPherson really needs to capitalize defensively on the first possession coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, when you get the ball last, you score last in the half, and you get the ball back to start the second half, that's a 14-point swing. I mean, it's essentially a 14-point swing. They can go up by 2 possessions, and I think with the way that Buhler runs the football, they can control the clock and control how many possessions McPherson gets. It's going to be really tough to come back from that. You're going to have to. It's going to have to be a good start to this half, and then you got to try to go down. You started to find some holes, some soft spots in this Crusader defense, and you got to start attacking those again, continuing to run the football to the edges, try to get it outside of the tackles, a little outside zone, maybe just sweep plays, and then continue to take your shots. But that's going to be the key to success for the rest of the game.
We'll talk more about that in a second. Do want to mention we just got a score update from Lucky Kid. McPherson can wipe their brow a little bit. Wamigo's up 21-0 at halftime over Abilene. I say wipe their brow because if McPherson loses but Abilene upsets Wamigo, McPherson will be on the road for the first-round playoff game, as that would drop them to number 9 in the region. If they lose tonight, they will likely be the number 8 and would face Abilene, but that still means hosting the first-round playoff game. Nathan, what are some of the first-half numbers that you have?
Yeah, right away we talk about McPherson, or this Buhler defense, and how well they stop the run. They've held McPherson to 28 rushing yards here tonight. They're led on the ground by Catch Delaney with 22. Dame Becker's out at 11, but the kneel down really hurt the numbers there at the end of the half with the -5 by Carter Allen. But the Bullpups have thrown the football effectively, 82 passing yards here tonight. Just 2 players with any catches. Ashton Mullen with 55. That's 110 total yards of offense for the Bullpups. Now, the Crusaders have 218 total yards of offense. 139 of those have come in the air, with four individuals catching passes, but Jacob Miller with 59, the leading receiver here tonight. 79 yards on the ground, with Mitchell McDaniel with 43 on the ground.
You mentioned the 28 yards that McPherson has had rushing, which is a low mark, but Buhler this year has allowed 26 rushing yards per game. So that is something to certainly keep an eye on. Well, we're about to have second half action coming up in a few moments. And Nathan, as you were looking down on your scorebook, I was watching the south end zone and I saw a shooting star. So make a wish and hope it's a Bullpup victory going into the second half. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Halftime Report. Tonight's second half kickoff is coming up next. Stream Bullpup football on your phone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at BradburyGroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
If you're looking for a late starting college class, Hutchinson Community College may have what you need. It's not too late to get enrolled. We have classes starting throughout the semester. Call 620-665-3535 or email myfuture@hutchcc.edu today.
At McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners, we take pride in helping our customers look good, and we're proud to be a part of downtown McPherson with drop-off and pickup services now at A5 Western. We can save you time with our laundry service and offer specialty services as well, including wedding dress cleaning and preservation, bedding, drapes, and blankets. Drop off and pick up from McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners at A5 Western in downtown McPherson.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
The Kansas legal team at Pyle Law handles cases in McPherson County and throughout the state of Kansas. Now is the time to call for your free consultation. This is Liz Pyle, and my husband Tom has over 25 years of experience in all matters relating to workers' compensation, car wrecks, and personal injury law. Tom takes the time to evaluate your options, inform you of your rights, and walks you through the complicated process of seeking compensation for your personal injuries or loss. Contact me at 620-241-9000 and I'll schedule your appointment with Tom today.
Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Welcome back into Buhler High School for coverage of Bullpup Football for this coveted rivalry to close off the regular season. Lane Gillespie, Nathan Roble bringing you action. Bullpups trail 21-14 through one half of play. The Crusaders will get the ball to start off this second half as both teams are currently on the turf warming up on their respective end zones. As Nathan mentioned at halftime, 218 yards of offense by Buhler through one half of play. And again, Buhler with the ball to start this third quarter. How does McPherson stop Buhler in their tracks on this first possession? Because I think we both can agree a first possession stop in this quarter is much needed.
Yeah, I think it really starts with stopping the run on first and second down. They're going to try to do it. They've rushed the football almost triple of how many times they've thrown the football. So they're going to try to run the football. They're going to try to get to 2nd and 5. You got to keep them to 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, 3rd down and 7, and force them to throw the football. But Lane, I was looking at it today. During the halftime when we were talking about the numbers, one thing that I didn't mention: McPherson's only had 8 rush attempts in the entire game. So yes, you need to get the stop on first down, but you've only had 8 rush attempts and for 28 yards. So it's not a bad number to be at, but you need more. I almost think you need more rush attempts where you're trying to gain yards, because when you started to establish the run in week 4 or 5, you started to have success on the offensive side as well.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll see how this third quarter will begin, as it is a chilly night here in Buhler. Temperatures at around the 50s, the low 50s, which is about what it will reach by the time this game comes to a close. Tonight it's going to be 37 degrees at around this part of the state. So going to be a bit chilly. We're getting to the part of football weather and the part of fall that actually feels like fall. It may only last a week or two until it feels like winter, because Kansas weather, but we'll see. Both teams heading to their sideline as we are just moments away from the second half between the Bullpups and the Crusaders. Can Buhler get their first win over the past couple of seasons over the Bullpups and proclaim themselves as the outright winners of the division? Or can the Bullpups turn it around, mount the comeback, get the victory on the road, give themselves some bragging rights, and clinch themselves a share of the division? We'll find out in just a few short moments. Thunderstruck blaring on the speakers here at Buhler, and certainly will fire me up quite a bit as we'll get things going. A bit of a fiery first half between the two teams. I think both of us will agree the second half will be about the same. Nathan, you've seen this Buhler-McPherson rivalry. You saw it twice last year. This is my first taste on the football field. I've seen it in both basketball and in baseball, where McPherson won on all 6 matchups, or all 5 matchups combined between the two schools. This one is a little bit different. It's usually close every single time when these two teams meet, and it always seems to turn into an instant classic. We may be in for one of those here tonight.
Yeah, Lane, I wouldn't check out until the clock hits 0 after the fourth quarter. Or even into overtime. These games are never over.
McPherson and their all-white unis into kick, as they'll boot it away to McPherson in their all-black unis with maroon numbering. McPherson will kick from left to right. Buhler will return vice versa as we view the field. Hoover's kick is a low line drive kick that bounces at the 20-yard line, but he slips and falls at the 21-yard line. Bit of a break for McPherson as the returner, Quentin Pisano, did not keep his footing. So Buhler will take over at their own 21-yard line.
A good sign here, Lane, after coming out of the game just at the end of the first half. Mitchell McDaniel back in the game in the backfield for this Crusaders offense.
I mean, it spells trouble, but he did go down with an injury earlier, possibly had the wind knocked out of him. So all things considered, thankful that he's on the field, but we'll see if the Bullpup defense can keep him at bay, as McDaniel has been a man on a mission tonight for the Crusaders. First down and 10, I formation for Buhler at their own 21-yard line on the right hash. One receiver lined up wide out right. Handoff, McDaniel as the tailback goes up the middle to the 28-yard line. 29, actually the 30 is where they'll rule him, which is a 9-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, an excellent job on first down. Pick up 9 yards. Just I formation. Went over that. Went right behind the right guard, John Aldrich. Excellent pickup, and it really kind of dragged a couple of McPherson defenders a few yards as well.
Gain of 9, second down and 1. We're 30 seconds into this third quarter. 21-14, Buhler. Crusaders line up in the I again. A receiver lined up wide on each side. I formation, McDaniel dots the I and takes the handoff. Diving forward to get the first down. He'll get it by just about a yard. Needed 2, got 3. First down, Buhler.
Again, they're just going to continue to rush the football with Mitchell McDaniel. He has been excellent for them. Had 190 yards last week, now at 55 on 16 carries here tonight. He's going to continue to carry this Crusader offense.
And it's a very run-heavy offense. 26 touchdowns, 27 touchdowns on the ground if you count the 2 today. Only 11 through the air for the Crusaders on this season. First and 10 at their own 32-yard line for Buhler. Another I, handoff, tailback, McDaniel, right edge, stuffed in the backfield. He won't go far. Maybe a loss of about a half a yard there on that first down run. And a good stop that time from the McPherson front line.
Yeah, you know, Lane, we talked about how good of a rushing defense that Buhler has. McPherson, you take out the Mulvane game where they gave up over 400 rushing yards. They've been a really, really good rushing defense all season as well.
Twice this season have they, quote-unquote, allowed, or I guess forced their opponent to negative rushing yards. That included last week against Augusta, minus 21 against the Orioles last week. Second down and 10 for Buhler. Shotgun set for Skripsic. Man in the backfield to his right hip pocket. 3 receivers bunched up to the right. It's a option and a reverse, and boy, does he have an opening. Pisano at the 40, across midfield. 3 Bullpups chase after him. Finally brought down from behind all the way at the McPherson 35-yard line by Matt Berger. How about the draw out of the playbook from legendary head coach Steve Warner, and a huge chunk play for Buhler.
Yeah, that's even a pass too, because he pitched it forward on the reverse, picked up 34 yards, had wide open space. You go McDaniel, you go option to McDaniel, and you just fake that option and go right to Pisano, and he'll pick up 34.
First down at the 35-yard line of McPherson territory. Handoff in the I formation. It's not McDaniel this time. It's Dylan Skripsic. One Skripsic hands it off to another on the right side, and he'll get a gain of about a yard and a half. Brought down at the 33.5 is where the officials will mark it on the far side.
Yeah, and had to get McDaniel off his feet for a second. Went with Dylan Skripsic, and he picks up 2 yards on the play. Excellent job of stopping the run for the Bullpups defense after giving up that 34-yard chunk play.
And Dylan Skripsic lined up as the tailback again. Gazaway the fullback in the I formation. 1 receiver lined up wide each side in between the hashes. Second down and 8. Fake handoff. Going to run it is Brendan Skripsic, getting through the line, but only gets about a half a yard on the play. It'll be third down and 7 for Buhler.
This is right where McPherson wants to be. Third down and 7. Now, the issue here is that the Crusaders believe this is 4-down territory. They're not going to punt from here, so they're going to have 2 plays to pick up 7 yards, so you got to be ready for just about anything here.
They've already capitalized on a couple of fourth downs in this game already, but here it's third down and 8. I formation. 1 receiver lined up on each side out wide. A Skripsic 3-step drop, looking near side. High pass. It is broken up. It's intercepted, but a flag is in. Down the sideline is Richardson at the 50, at the 40. Richardson brought down at the 30, but let's check the marker. This may be defensive PI on Richardson.
Yeah, what a play by Brock Richardson, but there was a little contact there, but it hasn't been called most of the day.
Well, I was about to say, unless it's one of those where the official, we saw it last week, the official accidentally throws out the flag instead of the beanbag, but nope, the ball's coming back. This is a defensive PI on Richardson. I will say, these officials have been terrific today. I'm not positive about that one. But yeah, I'm not going to go. I'm only going to keep it there because they have a million times better vantage point than we do.
And I will say there was some contact there. Okay. I thought it was normal contact, just play through. But one of the things that head coach Chase Pavlovich talked about is that they are really good. The Crusaders are really good on 3-step drops, getting it outside very quickly to their wide receivers. That time they took advantage of it with the pass interference call.
Yep, and that moves them down the field. First down at the 17 for Buhler. Fake handoff. Skripsik throws it high, looking for his man, but boy, did he overthrow him a bit wide as well into the end zone. Incomplete pass. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I like that play there for Buhler. They just tried to take a shot at the end zone to Pisano, who's been an excellent deep threat receiver for them as in years past. But Pisano almost looked like he just ran the wrong route, or Skripsik just didn't throw it in the right area, but Pisano was able to at least take a look at it and find his way close to the football.
Second down and 10 coming up after the incomplete pass. See what McPherson can do to hold them defensively. Another I formation. One receiver lined up out wide as they're on the left hash. It will be a handoff to the fullback. Gazaway across the... No, it's... pardon me, they pitch it out. My bad. It's out to Dylan Skripsik on an option play. Boy, did they fool me, but not the Bullpup defense as they go to the right side and are stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. Third down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, an excellent job by this Bullpups defense to take it, or to keep good eye discipline and realize where the football was at. I thought Gazaway had the football as well, but an excellent job by these cornerbacks of McPherson to stop him after a 1-yard gain.
They actually moved the chain back, so it's actually a loss of 1 on the play. Third down and 11 coming up. I formation again. 2 receivers out left. Skripsik to throw, high pass, looking for the end zone. It is broken up and incomplete. Alec Harms said no, sir, on that attempt. It's fourth down and 11 coming up as the special teams unit will come on, but we'll see if it's a short punt or a field goal. It's a mass substitution at least.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to just hit the field goal here. It's not going to be a short field goal. This is not an automatic field goal at all.
This is a 35-yarder on the right hash. Now, the kicker is Jared Miller, and he is 0 for 2 on the season kicking this year on field goals. But he's on the right hash again, this one from 35 yards out. Play clock down to 5, down to 4. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way. Did he get it? No, he did not. Wide to the right. No good. There's that defensive stop on a missed field goal, and the Bullpups will take over.
Yeah, great job by this Bullpups defense. You overcome the penalty, and then they take 3 more shots to the end zone. You stop them on every attempt. Now on the field goal attempt, it was just wide to the right. Good snap. Okay hold. It was a good hold, but just unable to hit home. Now the Bullpups have the opportunity to make this a tie ball game.
First down and 10. The officials are coming together to figure out where to spot the ball. The ball they'll do it at the 20. That's normally the rule on a kick that goes out of the back of the end zone. It's at the 20 usually on a pseudo touchback, not necessarily an actual touchback, but you know. First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line or their own 20-yard line for McPherson. 2 receivers lined up wide in the shotgun. Allen will look to throw. Screen pass far side. Malm breaks out of a man. He's going to lose a yard on the screen pass to the left side. Back to the 24.
Yeah, you talked in the first half about them really talking about their jailbreak screens. That time they tried to pull one out. Excellent job by the outside cornerback for the Buhler Crusader defense to keep good eye discipline and work upfield and tackle Ashton Malm for a loss of 1.
Second down and about 11 yards for McPherson at the 19 on the left hash. Shotgun set for Allen. One receiver and a tight end left and a man in the backfield. It is a handoff, and that was a busted play. Ball the way back in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the handoff to Richardson. It's 3rd down and long coming up for McPherson.
Yeah, not the way you really want to start this drive. 3rd down and behind the chains. Not an excellent spot to be in if you're the Bullpups defense. But you've shown the ability to hit on some shot plays or some chunk plays here. If you're 4th down and 2, 4th down and 1, I almost think you go for it here. But we'll see what they do.
Interesting formation that we see, but now they're all going to be in motion. It's quads to the right for McPherson, but motion up front, and a flag is going to be drawn, and a false start, I think, will be the call on McPherson to move him back 5 yards. So maybe tried to go with a little trickery, but McPherson gets a little confused on the front line. Forget the 3rd and 13, it's 3rd and 18.
Yeah, it's happened all year for the Bullpups offense. Is you get in a spot where it's not an ideal spot, then a penalty happens and it makes it almost an impossible venture.
Yep, 3rd down and 18. After that penalty, they're back at their own 13-yard line. So it's actually a 3rd down about 17. They need to get to the 30. Shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Fake throw to the left. Now a deep pass intended for Becker. A lot of contact. Here comes a flag. A pass interference call on Buhler all the way in the secondary as Becker got tripped up at the 35. That will pay it back forward as that one will move it down the field.
Yeah, an excellent job there. They tried to fake that jailbreak screen that time, and that time Becker got outside and worked his way upfield and created the contact into the defensive PI, which is going to be 15-yard penalty. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2, I believe.
Correct. That's what the officials said. As the band is playing in front of us, think they were celebrating like, hey, it's going to be 4th down. Not quite. It's 3rd down and 2. But now McPherson's got to capitalize right here. 2 receivers lined up wide each side. Man in the backfield for Allen in the shotgun. He'll bark out a fake snap on a hard count, and then he'll look to the sideline. There's still a lot of time on this play clock. The game clock will not start until the snap. 5:59 to go in the 3rd. Allen looking to throw. High pass deep. Near side for Brown. One-on-one. Broken up and incomplete. Some contact, but they're not going to throw the laundry. It looked clean from here. 4th down and 2 coming up for McPherson.
Yeah, the Buhler Crusaders had all 11 defenders inside of 3 yards to the line of scrimmage, and then just got out into like a cover 3, cover 1 look. Had Bishop Brown open, a little underthrown, a little bit of contact, but it'll be 4th down, and you'll punt this football away.
Yep, 4th down and about 2 yards for McPherson. Brock Richardson into punt, 2 back deep. High snap. Good job by Richardson to collect, and he boots it away. It's a low punt return at the 45, hit immediately at the 49-yard line. Buhler's going to take over with good field position. 5:43 to go in the 3rd. They're already up 21-14.
Yeah, now you're putting the pressure back on the Bullpups defense. Right around midfield, ball is spotted at the 48-yard line. So this Bullpup defense going to need to get a stop here. This Crusader offense kind of worked their way downfield at will until they finally buckled in and got the stop inside the red zone. So we'll see what happens here.
Crusader offense coming back out onto the field. I formation here for 1st down on the right hash at their own 48. 1 receiver each side. Dotting the I think, is McDaniel. We'll double check. It'll be a handoff to the fullback up the middle. He's at midfield and then gets swallowed up. Won't go much further. A gain of 2 yards on the handoff to Gazaway up the middle.
Yeah, picked up 2 yards there. He's got 14 yards on the day already with 5 rush attempts. So he's had a really nice day.
Gazaway, it's not often that you see a lot of handoffs to a fullback in football, especially nowadays. It's a lot more of an old-style offense that you see that with. But Coach Warner's definitely giving it to Gazaway quite a bit, as he's done all season so far. I formation again. 1 receiver lined up out wide to the right. Handoff to Dylan Skripsic. Gets a decent chunk of change. Goes down to the McPherson 45. 3rd down and short coming up for the Crusaders. But we'll have a man down for McPherson. We'll see who's on the turf as he's still on his back, and we'll see who that is. The training staff will come on.
Yeah, to go back to that run there, it sets up third down and 3 or 4 here for this Crusader offense, and they can go wherever they want to go here. But you've had Skripczyk now in the game. He's the one kind of taking the load off of Mitchell McDaniel. He's already got 6 yards just on 3 attempts alone, so he's had an okay night here in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like this injury is going to take a little longer than we'd like. We'll let you know who that is, but we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
I'm Gavin Powell, MHS class of 23, and now a McPherson College Bulldog. At MC, I have a team that's helping me pursue my dream job, turning my love of cars and history into a career at a museum or private collection. And by living on campus, I have a new community to connect with, while still being close to home. Community and career prep are why I graduated from a bullpup to a bulldog. Build your team at mcpherson.edu.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
A bullpup down on the play, favoring his left arm. I think it's Alec Harms. No, it's correction. It is Alex Stout, who was a bit questionable coming into this game. He was a game-time decision because he was banged up earlier this week in practice, and here he gets hurt, has to walk off under his own power, but in a lot of pain favoring that left arm. We certainly hope that Stout is okay.
Yeah, we really do. That would be a big blow to this offense, or this defense, excuse me, as he plays that nickel linebacker position. He's got 32 tackles on the year, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 sack.
His backup is Nolan Piercy, who did have an interception last week against Augusta. Buhler back on offense, 3rd down and 3, 4:40 to go in the third quarter. They're at the McPherson 45. I formation, man in the backfield, fake handoff. Skripczyk rolls to his left, spots, finds somebody. He fires, caught at the 35, first down, breaking past it, down the sideline. One man to beat at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Skripczyk to Jacob Miller, and Buhler extends their lead, 27-14 on a pitch and catch, a deep one at that, to Jacob Miller. His second touchdown of the game, first through the air.
Yeah, Jacob Miller, 6'1", 230, fought through a little bit of contact, broke a few tackles, and then got an excellent block on the outside by Quentin Pisano. Great job to pick up 45 yards and the touchdown.
So now looking to make it 28-14 is Jared Miller. To make it a 2-possession or a 14-point game. It's a 2-possession game regardless, but now McPherson trying to mount a comeback. Good snap, good hold. Miller missed a field goal in this quarter, but he makes the extra point, and it's 28-14 Crusaders, 4:22 to go, third quarter. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
A 45-yard pass from Brendan Skripczyk to Jacob Miller. 28-14 Buhler. 4:22 to go, third quarter. Now the Bullpups behind the 8 ball, down by 14 with just 16 minutes to go in this game. They've got to come back quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, they really do. Down by 14. You know this Buhler Crusaders offense can run the football with the best of them. You've already had one game this year where you got run on a little bit, and that ended up being against Chanute, where they took almost 10 minutes off the clock in the fourth quarter, and you didn't get the football back. So you got to continue to try to stop the run, but now you have to answer as quickly as possible.
Crusaders to boot it away. Jared Miller to do so. 4:22 to go here in this third quarter. High kick that will be returned far side. It is. I don't think it's Becker this time. It might be Carlos German, but let's double check. He's on the left side and is brought down across the 30 to the 31. That's on the far side of the field, so we'll try to get a number for you on that kick return.
Yeah,
nope, it was Dane Becker.
Yeah, it was Dane Becker. They switched spots this time, Malm and Becker, to try to confuse the Crusader special teams. They've been really trying to go after Dane Becker, and by that I mean they're just trying to keep it away from Ashton Malm.
I mentioned Carlos German because Coach Pavlovich did tell me today that even though he suffered a big injury against Winfield, and we thought he may have been out for the year. He was good to go today, but limited. On first down, McPherson hands it off, a gain of a couple of yards on a handoff, I believe, to catch Delaney. Yep, it was on the left side. He gets 3 yards, going from the 24 to the 20, or rather the 23 to the 26.
Yeah, just 10 attempts on the ground tonight for the Bullpups offense. 3 of them by Catch Delaney. He's got 25 yards on the ground here early, capped off by that 17-yard run early in the game. But I like this. Start the drive with a run. Get the offense rolling just a little bit and just let everybody catch their breath and feel comfortable on this drive.
Pistol set this time for Allen. Delaney in the backfield, fake handoff, a bootleg. Allen stops, now throws across his body. He's got a man, it's caught. It's Delaney across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Fakes the handoff to him, but he gets rewarded for the deep pass. First down for the Bullpups.
What an excellent pitch and catch. You faked it to catch Delaney, then you just had him sneak out of the backfield and just straight downfield down the seam. Picked up 18 yards. What an excellent pitch and catch.
3:15 to go here, third quarter. McPherson down 28-14, first down and 10 at the 45-yard line in their own territory. Shotgun set, 2 receivers lined up wide each side. Hand off Delaney, stutter step across midfield to the 49. Gain of 6 yards there for Delaney.
What an excellent shot, or what an excellent run, what an excellent job by this offensive line. They opened that hole pretty big for Catch Delaney to run through, but Catch Delaney is a really good running back. He makes a guy miss there, has a little hesitation move, and just runs through a defender, picks up 6 yards, almost 7 yards on the play.
Yep, I think they officially ruled it 7. Second down and 3 at the 48-yard line in Buhler territory. The running attack, the numbers are not quite as high, but against a Buhler defense who's been terrific against run defenses, it's not bad. Not too shabby, as they would say. Allen to throw. High pass. Deep pass. That's going to be overthrown, intended for Malm. He was at the 20, and it bounces at the 15. Incomplete. Third down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, I really like that play there. Take the shot after you've had a few runs. You took your shot with Catch Delaney, but right now they're being multiple. They've run the football. They've passed the football. They've run the football. It's been very balanced on this drive, and that's, I think, how you beat this Buhler Crusaders defense.
Third down and 3 at the 47 in Buhler territory, rather the 48. Play clock down to 15 as they get set and get their play from their sideline on the far side. Allen will hand it off up the middle. Richardson only about a yard on the play. Fourth down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, 4th down and 2. You're around midfield, but down by 2 possessions, you can't really punt this football away and allow the Crusader offense to take time off this clock and make this a 3-possession game.
4th down and 2 at the Buhler 47. But you think about this is wasting quite a bit of time. There's less than 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. If you find a way to score on this possession, then yeah, I think you're in a really good spot. But if you don't convert right here, then you're really behind the 8 ball in the biggest of ways. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left in the shotgun. Allen takes the snap. 3-step drop, looking near side. Here comes pressure, gets out of it. Still rolling, fires across his body. It's intercepted at the 40-yard line. Boy, a play that was just blown up. That was intended for Barkley. Instead, it was picked off at the 40-yard line by Will Hannon. His second interception of the season, second on the day for Buhler. And the Crusaders take over at their own 40.
Crusaders brought a little bit of pressure on the outside, picked up well as Carter Allen got outside of the pocket and had time to throw the football. That time I almost think they tried to throw it too far down the field. Just sit at the sticks. Sit there 2 yards downfield, 3 yards downfield, and just try to find the soft spot in the zone.
So now Buhler with a chance to really blow this game wide open. 2 receivers lined up right, hand off to the fullback on first down, and boy, is he rumbling his way across the 45 to the 48.5. That's a gain of about 8 yards on first down by Nick Gazaway, the senior, the 5'10", 200-pound senior at that.
Yeah, just line it up. Let's run the football right behind your really good offensive line for Buhler, and right behind the center, Tanner Brown, the 6'3", 265-pound senior.
Second down and 2, less than a minute left and ticking here in the third quarter. McPherson trailing 28-14 over Buhler. In their final game of the regular season, another I formation. Play clock is down to 10. They're just to the right of the left hash. As Skripczyk will hand it off. It's Dylan Skripczyk going to the right side. Gets off a man. He's got the first down past midfield. Bankson tries to bring him down. He finally does on the far sideline at the 46. But another move of the chains for Buhler. They needed 2, and they got 6.
Yeah, another excellent run there by Skripczyk. He's come into the game, picked up 12 yards just on 4 carries. So he's averaging 3 yards a carry, which is an okay mark for him. But that time he didn't have a hole and then just kicked it outside, had some open space, picked up 6 yards on the play.
Clock stops as he went out of bounds. Good news for McPherson. Bad news, it's first down and 10. Handoff to the fullback again across the middle. He'll get a decent chunk of change of about 5 yards. We'll double check if that's Gazaway. I'm not quite sure. That may be Max Harmony, but let's double check. Yep, it's Harmony that's taking the snaps. He may have on that most recent run as well, but either way, a run to the guy that's lined up as a fullback, it's working well in the last 2 rushes. 8 yards the first time, this time going for 5.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left, you're just going to go to the fourth quarter, but you're right. Line up in I formation, you hand it off to either the fullback, the tailback, and you just continue to work on.
Hold your 4 fingers high, folks. It's crunch time here in Buhler, and the Bullpups are down by 2 possessions, 28-14 Buhler. 36 minutes done, 12 to go, 28-14 Crusaders. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
With so much financial uncertainty, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor, Trenton Ruxlow. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for the future. After all, retirement isn't the end of the road, it's a new beginning. Call us at 620-241-5162. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
28-14, the Bullpups trail over the Crusaders through 3 quarters of play as the Bullpups trying to find their way to turn this into a tough, gritty victory. But Buhler has the ball and are trying to waste as much clock as possible. They'll have second down and 6 at the McPherson 42-yard line. And for Buhler, they've been terrific on both sides of the ball. McPherson, they've been a bit hit and miss defensively. They've had their good times and their bad times. Same goes for the offensive side, which is why they're behind by 2 possessions. On second down, handoff, Harmony hit at the line of scrimmage, immediately almost body slammed. Chase Kane comes out strutting his stuff. He's been terrific tonight as it's third down and medium coming up for Buhler.
Yeah, you really needed that if you're this Bullpup defense. You're going to need to get a stop here. This is 4-down territory for the Crusaders. I don't foresee them punting this football if they pick up any yards here.
Third down and 6 at the 42. They need to get to the McPherson 36. Clock ticking away as they're still in the huddle. Finally break it with the play clock down to 12. I formation. Let's see what the Crusaders will go with. 2 receivers lined up wide to the left. Dotting the I's, Dylan Skripczyk down to 2, down the 1. Play clock's at 0. Buhler did not know it as the Crusaders are forced to call their first time out of the half.
Yeah, I'd almost just take the delay of game at this point with where we're at in the game, but I'm okay with the timeout. 11-11 to go here in this fourth quarter. But if you're the Crusaders, I don't know if you don't run the football here. You got to keep this clock moving, keep the clock going, and make sure that the Bullpups can't get that second, maybe even third attempt at tying this game.
We saw a shooting star earlier, and I told you to make a wish. There's 11-11 to go. Now you really got to make a wish right here. If you're McPherson, it's third down and 6 coming up.
But don't tell us your wish.
I'm not going to say it.
Good, because then it won't come true.
My wish is a Buhler victory. That is my wish. So
I agree.
We'll see. I kid. Semi-sorta. We'll see. 11-11 to go as Buhler calls their first time out of the second half. McPherson does have all 3 of theirs should they need them in crunch time. But 11-11 to go, down 2 possessions. Nathan, you mentioned it. You got to stop right here. It's a good position to be in, trying to move it down the field.
It really is. You've got one. You've got 3 timeouts, but you get a stop here, and now you now you have the opportunity to have 2-3 possessions in this fourth quarter to try to tie this game.
I formation for Buhler. One receiver lined up wide to the left. They will hand it off. Dylan Skripczyk to the left side. He'll get a gain. Trying to march forward. He gets the sticks. What a job by Dylan Skripczyk, the sophomore tailback. Running to the left side, needing 6, but gets the extra yard for 7. We have a bullpup down near the line to gain, where he goes down at the 35. So the clock will stop momentarily, but he'll get up with some help from a Crusader. So that's good sportsmanship right there, as Matt Berger was the one that went down. He'll have to come out for a play because of the fact that he went down and they had to call an injury timeout for him. But again, a good first down there by Buhler.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Now the clock continues to run because the ball's spotted, even though it's a first down. Once the ball's spotted, you start the clock again. So Crusaders are going to take another 25 seconds off this clock here and try to work this clock under 10 minutes.
First down and 10 at the 35 in McPherson territory. They lined up a bit quicker to the line this time because they didn't want to face the timeout or a possible delay of game. This time on first down, they'll hand it off to the right side of the line. He breaks free past the 30 to the 29-yard line. Brought down by Brock Richardson was Dylan Skripczyk again. I think we have a new sheriff in town for who's been a terrific tailback for Buhler. Kind of shifted the time from McDaniel to Skripczyk.
Yeah, he's got 5 attempts. He had 5 attempts last week, 57 attempts total on the year with 315 yards. So he's been a back that they've used a little bit as the season has gone on. But Mitchell McDaniel had an excellent game last week and took running back 1 duties from Skripczyk. But I think he's starting to turn this tide back around and say this is a two-headed monster in the backfield.
Second down and 4 at the 29-yard line. In the I formation, handoff to the fullback, running left, trying to fight for the sticks. He'll be about a yard short. Max Harmony once again getting the carry. Third down and 1 coming up for Buhler.
Yeah, that time they faked like they were going to have the sweep option out to Skripczyk, but just handed it off to Harmony at the fullback position. They're just going to continue to run that play. Just every other play, it's either going to be to the tailback or to the fullback.
Third down and 1. A couple of substitutions for Buhler as they will be at the McPherson 26. They need to get to the 25. Again, milking this clock as much as they can. 9:15 to go in the game and already up by 2 possessions, trying to make it 3. I formation. Receiver lined up wide to the right. Play clock down to 3. Skripczyk takes the snap, hands it off to the other Skripczyk that's still, and he breaks free. First down and more at the 20 and down at the 19.
Excellent, and just an excellent run. He's a nice, patient runner. He's got good vision, finds the hole, and then when he wants to go, he's going to go. Worked up field in a hurry. Picked up about 7 on the play, and another first down.
First down and 10 at the 18-yard line. A gain of 8 yards that time from the man wearing number 8 on the back of his jersey. That's Skripczyk. And with 8:38 to go, Buhler will get a new fresh set of downs and work out of the I formation again in this run-heavy offense. And they'll look to do so again. One receiver lined out wide to the right, tight end to the left. I think tight end right, actually. Hand off to Dylan Skripczyk. Stutter step move, stiff arms a man. Buddy's brought down at about the line of scrimmage by Bishop Brown, the defensive back, for maybe a loss of about a yard as well. Tried to stiff arm Bishop Brown, but Brown had a second effort and was able to bring down Skripczyk.
Yeah, it was an excellent job. That time the bullpup defense and Bishop Brown at the corner position just didn't allow Skripczyk to get to the outside, and they set a good hard edge, made a nice tackle, loss of 1 on the play.
Second down and 11 is the official ruling at the 19 as the Buhler still in their huddle with 12 on the play clock. But boy, has this offense been terrific. They had, about 215 yards of offense in the first half, and you would say it's about double that mark here. Fake handoff, fake pitch by Brendan Skripczyk. He'll run it himself to the 16, gain of about 4. I think they'll mark it at the 15, yes. So a gain of 4 on second and 11 makes it 3rd and 7 coming up for Buhler.
You know, you said it. They had 218 yards of offense in the first half, and they've just continued that work. Now Mitchell McDaniel's slowed down. He only has 55 rushing yards on the game so far. He's slowed down a little bit, but Dylan Skripczyk has taken over. He's got 32 rushing yards on the game, but Jacob Miller, 104 receiving yards so far.
3rd down and 6, 7 minutes to go in the game. They're at the McPherson 15. Fake handoff. Brendan Skripczyk looking to throw. Here comes pressure from behind him. He finally knows it late. He tried to strip the ball, but he won't do so. Skripczyk will go down in bounds near side. Maybe a loss of 1 on the sack by Chase Kane. 4th down and actually a loss of 2, so a 4th down and 9 coming up. I think they're going to bring out the field goal unit once again. Jared Miller, tried a 35-yard field goal from the right hash and missed it. This one, 34 yards from the right hash.
Well, if you're the Buhler Crusaders, there's no time like the present to hit your first field goal of the year.
Exactly, but maybe we can get a little Tegan Haynes magic to try to still keep it a 2-possession game. Tegan Haynes, of course, blocking what would have been the possible game-winning field goal at Riverfront last year. Good snap, good hold. No block this time. This one is up, and it is no good again. Miller misses it once again. He's 0 for 4 kicking now. McPherson still with a little bit of life, but with 6 minutes left, they do have all 3 timeouts, down 28-14.
See, here's the hard part about high school football, and they always say the kicking is easier in high school football because the goalposts are wider. The problem is the seams are so far, or the hash marks are so far apart that it makes it just that more difficult. And that time, Miller just kicked it straight and could not change to where he was going, just kicked it straight, and that's wide right.
Almost seems unfair at this point. 1st down and 10 at their own 20. 2 backs in the backfield. 1 shifts in motion to the right side. That's Puhala. Play clock down to 7. They'll take the snap and hand it off to Becker looking for the outside zone. He'll go back upfield to get a short gain of about 4 yards on 1st down. McPherson's going to try to hurry it up as they're down by 2 possessions.
Yeah, that's an excellent start to the drive. Pick up 4 yards. You're ahead of the chain. Second down and medium.
2nd and 6 is the official ruling as they'll get the play from their sideline. And then they'll get set. On the left hash, shotgun set. 3 in the backfield. Think there's some confusion. Oh, yeah, there is some confusion. They got to figure this out. What's McPherson going to do? Now Puhala lines up left, and now Baragry, who's lined up as a tight end right side, will get lined up, but McPherson's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, there seemed to be a lot of confusion there. We saw that play, or that design of a play, earlier in this half that went for a false start, but now you're looking at 2nd down and 6 and taking a timeout, and you can't really burn a timeout here, but you had to there.
What also happens is that burned 40 seconds off the clock because the first play happened with 6 minutes left. There's 5:21 now. So that is insult to injury for McPherson, and those little mistakes that have been the problem for this Bullpup team this season, which could have turned a couple of games around. But that's why they're struggling in this game and why they're down by 2 possessions.
Well, you see, Lane, I think the big difference right now is yes, you're struggling a little bit, but again, we've talked about it all year. This Buhler Crusaders offense, or this team, is built on a lot of seniors. There's a lot of leadership here. They're very, very old. They're an older team with an older coach, and now you have a young team here with head coach Jace Pavovich, a bunch of sophomores. Now they're going to get lined up in the correct way.
You know, that is a good point because this defense has 8 seniors on their roster, on the starting lineup, I should say. Now, an empty back shotgun, quads to the right. Allen's going to fire it quick. It's caught, but he's down immediately to make it 3rd down and about 6 yards. You probably almost opt for that just to want to be an incomplete pass because that would stop the clock, but no, it's going to run as Bishop Brown made the grab. He's slow getting up as they'll have to line up again for this 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6. 2nd down and 6, you're in medium territory. Now 3rd down and 6, you're not in a fun spot. You don't have too many plays that's 3rd down and 6 or longer. So I think you try to get to the sticks and with a couple of hitch patterns, and you just sit there inside the soft pockets of the zone.
Play clock down to 10, 4:40 to go in the game. Trips to the left, 1 lined up right. Here comes pressure. Allen's going to fire it high, fire it deep for Malm. He reaches up, he makes the catch on the run, and a flag comes in the backfield for a possible roughing the passer. Malm with a terrific grab at the 40. They may tack on 15 more.
35 yards on the reception. I thought, what? You're going to take a shot here? And it comes through. Ashton Malm came through, and he came through in the first half with a 46-yard reception. Now this time, a 35-yard reception plus another 15.
5'10", 155, small but mighty is Ashton Malm, the speedy one, the Flash, as they call him, Flashton Malm at that. 4.5 minutes to go. You think maybe you score quickly here, then yeah, really in a good spot, down 28-14. 4.5 minutes remain. 1st and 10 for McPherson at the 25-yard line. Shotgun set for Allen. 2 receivers lined up wide on each side. Clock runs now as they spot the ball. They look to the sideline to get their play. Allen with Delaney in the backfield will hand it off to Delaney, going right side, tripped up by his shoelaces for a gain of 2 yards to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you hurry up, you get to the line. Now you got 4 minutes left. Catch Delaney with the carry. He's been excellent here tonight, but now we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, injury timeout. That's what's going on. A offensive lineman, I think, for McPherson is down on the turf, and we'll double check and see who that is. Or is that Delaney? It might be Delaney that's down. We'll see for certain. There's a crowd of people there, and now they're going to tend to him. So if that's Delaney, that's a tough break, but we'll double check. He gets up. It is Delaney. But he walks off under his own power. May have just gotten banged up a little bit that time. 3:57 to go. It stops the clock momentarily, but it's going to start again.
Yeah, it will, but that could have been a number of things. You get rolled up on, you get the wind knocked out of you.
Yep.
It looked like he got up and walked off pretty well, so there's no cause for concern, in my opinion.
Correct. 2nd down and 8 for McPherson at the 23-yard line in Buhler territory. On the right hash, trips to the left. 1 receiver lined up wide right, man in the backfield for McPherson, lined to the right hip pocket of Carter Allen. I believe that's Brock Richardson. Allen will look to throw, scans to his left. He's going to fire it high to the end zone. He's got Brown! It's caught in the end zone! Touchdown, Bullpups with 3:43 to go. We're not done yet. What a job by the Bullpups trying to fight back here late.
What an excellent pitch and catch. I mean, Carter Allen had pressure from his right side in his face, just stepped up into the pocket and fired an absolute dart to Bishop Brown.
Wow. It makes it an 8-point game, and Jackson Hoover will try to make it 7 with 3:43 to go. Hoover in for the extra point, the freshman. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. 28-21 Crusaders. But McPherson trying to fight their way back. We're back at 30 seconds. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
28-21 Buhler, but McPherson clawing their way back. 3:43 to go, scoring on a 23-yard pass from Carter Allen to Bishop Brown. For Allen, that is his second passing touchdown of the game and Brown's second receiving touchdown of this match. And McPherson trying to show their McPherson magic here just a little further south from town here in Buhler. 3:43 to go.
Yeah, what an excellent drive by the Bullpups. And they put themselves in position to be in this game. I told you, Lane, at halftime, these games aren't over until they say zeros on the clock at the fourth quarter or overtime. We got ourselves a ball game here.
We'll see what the Bullpups will do here on the ensuing kick. Buhler, their recovery team is on their hands team, which is what you normally see for an onside kick. Jackson Hoover, the kicker. There's a couple lined up tight just to his left and his right, as the other 10 are lined up just right on the 40-yard line. But Hoover is backed up quite a bit, which we don't normally see on kickoffs. It is an onside kick, high and recovered and hit hard at the 50-yard line, and Buhler will get the ball. What a good job on the hands team by Will Hannon.
Yeah, an excellent job by Will Hannon. He just said, you know what, normally I'm supposed to protect, but this football, it's not hit hard enough that I need to go protect. Let me just go catch this football, take possession of it, set up our offense at the Crusader 49-yard line.
That's a tough spot, though, but a good job by Hannon to keep it in because he reached up high for it. The front of his body was exposed, and he got hit hard, but he still held it in. It's one of those where, hey, you may need to either jump for it or try to get a hand on it and then turn your body around to protect it. He didn't do that, but somehow had the grip on his hands to keep it in. So now Buhler with first down and 10 at their own 49. Handoff on first down. Dylan Skripczyk right side at midfield. He's stuffed. Just a gain of about a yard by Buhler there on first down.
Yeah, an excellent job there. Good stop. Bullpups are bringing everybody into the box. They're going to have to take some timeouts here, which is going to leave them no timeouts, but you got to have time on the clock when you get this football back.
100%. You think about, though, as they ruled out a gain of 2, you think about they called a timeout when they were on offense because of confusion, so that may be a little bit of a difference here, but you still have one left, 3:34 to go. You're still going to have about a minute off of the clock if you're able to hold them here, but we'll see what happens with this Bullpup defense as they try to spark some magic.
Well, see here, I almost think if you're the coaching staff of McPherson, you can't really think about getting this football back. You got to think about each play, possibly being the last play of this possession, because you've got to get the stop. If you don't get the stop, they get this first down. This game is effectively over.
Yeah, you're just about right. 3:34 to go here in this ball game, and Buhler up 28-21 over McPherson. Gain of 2, second down and 8 coming up. Skripczyk will pitch it out to Dylan Skripczyk. Harms trying to track him down. He's going to get a gain, and he will go down maybe just about a yard short of the sticks. Well, they'll stop the clock, and I think they're going to give him the first down. They will by about a half a yard. 3:25 to go. They'll stop the clock momentarily.
Yeah, now you stop the clock. Clock starts back up again when the ball is set. So you really only get about 10 seconds of clock stoppage, and now the clock is going to continue to run.
One timeout left for McPherson. This is now do or die time defensively, because this is the ball game right here pretty much with 3 minutes to go. They get a first down or 2 in this game, then it's pretty much it. First down, I formation. Play clock down to 4. Skripczyk will hand it off to the fullback, going to the right side, brought down from behind by Stutzman for a gain of a couple, and the Bullpups will call their last timeout with 2:48 left.
Yeah, it's probably you need to call that timeout. You need to stop the clock with 2:48 to go, as Gazaway got the carry there and only picked up about a yard and a half. So this is going to be an interesting down here. I don't really know what you do. If you're the Crusaders, you have everything you can do here. You're second down. You can run this football, continue to run this football, or you can try to get it outside and throw a screen play, because those are, if you can find a play that's effective 99% of the time, you should probably run it here and try to pick up this first down. If you're this Bullpups defense, you got to be ready for everything, because anything is possible with a Steve Warner coach team.
Absolutely, and you think about it, so if you stop them right here and you force them to punt, you'll get the ball with about a minute left. That is the one kicker right here for this McPherson team.
Thing to think about as well, I don't even know if they will punt from this distance.
That's true, too.
This might be 4-down territory no matter what, because you're inside the 40. You're inside the Bullpup 40-yard line. This is not an ideal spot to punt the football.
100%. Second down and 8 yards at the 39-yard line. They need to get to the 31 to pretty much ice this game. I formation. One receiver lined up wide to the right. They will pitch it out for Dylan Skripczyk. He's in no man's land in the backfield. Down he goes for a loss of a couple. Third down coming up at the 38. It will be third down and 11. Brock Richardson slow getting up. And when this ball is snapped, there will be just about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. You've got essentially third down and long. So you've got, let's call it, a minute and 20 off this clock from where you started. You're probably down 20 seconds. You're probably going to get this football back with about a minute to go. A little less than a minute to go. So you're going to have your best offense ready to go. But third down and long, just expect everything here.
Third down and 11. Play clock down to 4, down to 3. Down to 2. They get the snap off. 2 minutes to go. Handoff. Dylan Skripczyk. He's down in the backfield with 1:55 to go when the play clock starts. And boy, are they taking their time to do so. It finally does. This ball will be snapped on 4th down with about 1:10 to go.
Yeah, you're now in a good spot. Like I said, you're going to get this football back with just about a minute left. 30 seconds on the play clock, minute 40 on the game clock. So they're almost going to have to go for this here, 4th down and 10. But that would set you up with a really good field position. Maybe you do a little quarterback pooch punt.
Maybe. Now, there is a possibility they could run this down and call a timeout, which will be with about 1:14 left on the clock, or take a delay of game penalty to back yourself up a little bit. Nope, they'll call timeout with 1:13 to go. Their second timeout of the half. So we'll see what Buhler will do, as there is a mass substitution, so they may punt this one away. So McPherson will get it with about a minute left, no timeouts.
Minute left, no timeouts. You got to have the right plays here. You got to get it to the outsides. You got to get it to the boundaries. You got to get out of bounds quickly. You got to get to the ball quickly. You got to be ready to spike the football if you need to. I don't know how many shots you can take because you're not going to have a ton of time, but you can take a few shots, especially deep in your own territory. But the first things first, you got to complete that first pass. The hardest part about the 2-minute drill is completing that first pass,
right,
and getting yourself in rhythm.
100%. Again, this is the second time out of the half for Buhler. 1:13 to go in the game. McPherson down by 7 points, 28-21. They trailed 28-14 going into this quarter. They bounced back and got into the end zone on a 23-yard pass with 3:43 to go. 90 seconds later, they'll have a chance to get this ball back. The punting unit is on the field. Dane Becker back deep to return with Brendan Skripczyk into punt. He's at his own 48-yard line. It's 4th down and 10 at the 41. Becker is lined up at the 8-yard line. Good snap, and the kick almost blocked, but it goes high into the air. Far side, bounces at the 20, inside the 20, out of bounds at the 14, which is where Buhler picks it up. 1:02 to go, 86 yards and a dream for McPherson.
This is where things get wild.
Welcome to Buhler McPherson, eh?
Welcome to Buhler McPherson. You got a minute and 1 to go. You got no timeouts. You got to go 86 yards, I believe, if my math is correct. And you got to hope. You got a hope and a prayer.
Whew. Take a deep breath, everybody. Here we go. Shotgun set. 2 receivers lined up wide each side. Becker in the backfield. Carter Allen in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. 3-step drop. Fires quick. Far side. Caught by Malm. He'll go out of bounds. Nope. They'll keep the clock running because he got hit and then went backwards as they'll mark him inbounds at the 19. Gain of 5. Clock will roll. No timeouts left for McPherson. They've got to hurry. 45 seconds as they're still getting their play.
I thought he went out of bounds, but excellent job by the official to rule him inbounds.
Allen to throw, looking near side. Here comes pressure. Evades it. Rolls to his right. He's going to fire it high near the far side. Puhala trying to get it, but it's knocked out of his hands and incomplete. 3rd down and 5 coming up with 31 seconds left.
You really got to get this first down here. That is completely stating the obvious, but you got third down and 5, third down and 5. You're going to have to go on like a little 6-yard out route just right at the sticks. Get out of bounds as quickly as possible. Ball will stop on a first down, but you got to move quick.
John Montgomery, the offensive coordinator, who's in the coach's box to our left. What do you got lined up? Motion up front. Flag's going to fly. The ball I don't even think was snapped, which is a false start, I believe. So that'll make it 3rd down and 10.
Lane,
or maybe this might be on the defense. Nope, it's on the offense. I apologize.
Lane, that's one of the classics in sports. That's a false start, everybody but the center.
You had to have it on this kind of game, eh?
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those where I just sit back and I go, what happened?
So the clock ran to 29, but they told him to put 31 seconds on, so 31 seconds left. 3rd down and 10 at the 19. You pretty much make that first pass moot, but now you got to try to figure this one out. Trips to the left in the shotgun. Allen to throw. Quick pass. Brown on the near side. Sutterceps at the 20 to the 21. He's still pushing forward, still driving. Ball is out as a beanbag goes down. The ball is out. It's picked up by Buhler, and that's going to do it. And Brown is down too. He gets back up though, but Yep, it is a fumble recovered by Brown. So Buhler will take over, take a knee, and call it a game. Quick question, though. He was stopped at about the 21-yard line for quite a bit of time. How long until you rule forward progress?
I mean, the official,
not like it makes much of a difference because the clock would have kept running, but still.
Correct. The officials would say, "Hey, you know what? We waited. We wanted to make sure that that Bishop Brown was still moving forward, and I believe he was. But excellent job by the Crusaders defense to come in and just go right after the football, cause that turnover, and pretty much ice this game."
Victory formation for Buhler. They'll take a knee at the 19. This one's going to feel a little bit more special for Buhler as they win it 28-21 as fireworks will fire on the north side here in Buhler. Celebration going on here for the Crusaders. They'll shake hands at midfield as this game comes to an end. The regular season is over too as McPherson falls to 4-4 to finish it off in the regular season. Buhler to 6-2. The Bullpup Locker Room show is coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football from the Midway Motors broadcast booth on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup football continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room show. On the way, we'll recap tonight's game and we'll hear the post-game thoughts of head coach Jace Pavlovich. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Your life is as unique as you are, so why should your celebration of life be just like everyone else's? Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home in McPherson will help you plan a service that's a tribute to your memory. John Wiggins and Chad Mitchell and the other familiar faces at Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home take the time to help personalize your service with video tributes, printed programs tailored to you, and a service that is truly a tribute to you.
At McPherson Center for Health, your well-being is our priority. With ER wait times averaging just 11 minutes from door to provider, you'll get the care you need fast. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Financial fraud is a risk we all face, but Great Plains Federal Credit Union can help. We offer Secure Lock Equip. This powerful, easy-to-use mobile app gives you complete control over your debit card. Customize your debit card settings to control spending, set usage permissions, and even turn access to your card off and on in real time, allowing you to stop fraudulent spending on your card before it begins. For financial peace of mind, trust Secure Lock. Available now at Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
This special time of year calls for a special type of treat, like the Oreo Cookie Peppermint Shake at Freddy's. A delectable blend of festive peppermint, crunchy Oreo cookies, and the creamiest vanilla custard. Now, there's a reason to savor the season at Freddy's. Order today on your Freddy's app, online at Freddy's.com, or visit a Freddy's location near you.
Get yours today at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
The regular season comes to a close, and despite a come-from-behind effort from the McPherson Bullpups, they fall at Buhler to close off the regular season, 28-21. They're now 4-4 to close off the regular season, but it's playoff time now for everybody in the state of Kansas. Welcome into the Bullpup Locker Room show. This one maybe stings a little bit more than others, but it's a very tough Buhler team that you're going up against. Here this season especially, this Buhler team is very senior heavy, and they win it big. I would say win it big, but they just win it. But it feels like it's a super big win for the Crusaders here in this one. It was 21-14 at halftime. Buhler led after it went back and forth offensively, but the Crusaders had quite a bit of momentum going into the locker room thanks to a touchdown pass with 38 seconds left. Back and forth on defensively we went, and a couple of times of which thanks to some missed field goals by Buhler, as Buhler did score to make it 28-14 in the third quarter with 3:43 to go. Carter Allen throws a pass to Bishop Brown to make it 28-21, but the The very last possession did not go as planned. It was a 5-yard pass that they marked forward progress inbounds when Ashimon was pushed out. It's a good call is what I'm saying if you're unfamiliar with how that works. If your forward progress finished inbounds when you were pushed out, like you were pushed backwards, you're still inbounds where they mark the forward progress. The clock runs when McPherson had no timeouts left, less than a minute to go. They continued that moving forward. They had an incomplete pass, a penalty, and then fumbled the ball after a quick pass on the outside to Bishop Brown. Fumbled the ball late. Buhler picked it up and closed it off 28-21. This one stings quite a bit, but now you gotta look past it. And good chance that, obviously last year these two teams met in the playoffs in the second round. There's a good chance this year they're not going to meet in the playoffs unless it's, say, for the say it's for Sub-State or something like that. So good news there. Other good news, Wamego did officially beat Abilene, which means McPherson does get the first round home game. But more than likely, they will be the number 8 seed. So it'll be number 8 versus number 9. With Wamego winning big over Abilene, chances are Wamego will be number 1 in the region. And if McPherson were to win the first round of the playoffs, and if Wamego were to pull off the win against the number 16 seed, which likely will be El Dorado, but we'll double check, McPherson would then play Wamego, which is always a tough team to beat. But can't speculate too much on what's happening in the future. Got to focus on the here and the now as this Bullpup team falls here on the road.
Yeah, they did. I mean, we talked about it off air just a little bit. It comes down to execution a little bit at times. It comes down to making a stop at the right time and being in the right places at the right time. The thing, and this game started in the first quarter. I mean, obviously it started in the first quarter, but
I see what you mean though.
But the entire basis of this game started in the first quarter on that first play. You had the interception, and that got taken back for a touchdown. If that weren't the case, we'd still be playing. And now, you could say that about every play. Hey, Ashton Mulm gets out of bounds, we might still be playing. You don't have the pass interference here. It's a different ball game because the interception got taken back. But hey, you live, you learn, and you move on and move forward.
We'll hear from head coach Jace Pavlovich coming up. Actually, he's here in the press box now as we speak, so we'll go ahead and speak with him here super duper quick here on the road. We certainly, it's my first taste of the Buhler-McPherson rivalry. We saw it in full swing. Tension, heart rate was up high on that final drive offensively, down 7. You guys did try to claw back, but you guys fell short. So just thoughts on the game.
Well, I'm proud of our guys. The effort and the relentlessness we had all game was it's what it's all about. We had a stretch of about 4 or 5 minutes, defensively that we had a hard time getting off the field, and they were leaning on us pretty heavy. But overall, that was a hell of a performance tonight, and I'm really proud of my guys.
Yeah, you went up against a really good defense, especially on the run game. It's probably one of the best run defenses they've had ever in their school's history. Now, the final line for the run game will not be the highest this season, but it's still well over the average of what they've gone up against this season. And I think all things offensively, other than maybe a couple of plays here and there, especially the first play offensively, things, when they clicked, boy, did they really click.
Yeah, and it's – to have the ability to run and pass is crucial. And we every time we went 2 by 2, they left a 5-man box, and our O-line did a really good job of blocking, and we were getting some good yardage on that. And you're right. I mean, teams have not been able to run the ball on these guys all year. And even the 2 games that Buhler lost, they couldn't run the ball. And we talked to the kids about that. We got to stay the course and just trust each other, because what was a Great Bend, almost 60% of their plays were for negative gain. So, again, this rivalry it's amazing to be a part of, and our guys showed up tonight, and and I told them after the game that all bets are off now. We're in the playoffs, and we regroup tomorrow and watch film and get better.
Defensively, how would you summarize this game?
Well, we played incredibly well. We played incredibly tough football tonight. They did start leaning on us a little bit. When you have 280, 260, 250, 280, it's pretty difficult on some of our small guys. So the slant game was good for us. They executed it really well, and unfortunately there in the passing game they got a couple big plays on us, and that made all the difference. But again, guys, we're not into moral victories here in McPherson, but that was as hard-fought game as I've been a part of in a long time, and we just didn't come out on top.
Playoffs next week, first round. With Wamego beating Abilene, you without a doubt secure that home field advantage for the first round game next week. So, what are you guys looking forward to? As we really start getting into the point to where, hey, you win, terrific. You lose, it's all done for the season.
Yeah, I don't really care who we play, to be honest with
Fair
you
enough.
right now.
Yeah.
I will go look it up, and the Mulvane and Winfield game is definitely crucial to our seed, because if Mulvane wins, then we'll get to garner a higher seed. So,
right.
But right now, I couldn't care less, because I know we're going to come ready to play Friday.
Absolutely. That's definitely going to be the mentality. From here on out, it'll be an interesting postseason, but we're excited to see it. Coach, really appreciate your time. Drive back safe, and we'll see you next Friday.
Great. Thanks, guys.
That's head coach Jace Pavlovich. We'll talk more about this game coming up next in the Bullpup Locker Room Show. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
More of the Bullpup Locker Room Show is next. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. Find exclusive stories highlighting Bullpup athletics at adastraradio.com. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.